Like, God, I gotta remember how to turn this shit off. Alright. We're fucking here, you guys. Hi, Tatty. Hi, Miss Darkness. Hi, Sleek the Geek. Hi, Nintendo Mail. Hi, everybody. Hi, 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 hi. I'm here. I'm fucking here. Alright? We're fucking here. Open link in new win. Oh, God. Why do I keep doing that? So, sorry, let me fucking do this. Hold on, let me mute this for you. Okay, so I, the almighty powerful Abby, have a couple of ideas, but just know that my computer is kind of AIDS. So, oh God, did I ever download this interview? Probably not. God, my shit is running so slow. It's running so slow. Right, let me do this. Hold on. Let me put that down. Let me put this down. It just, everything just fucking is exploding my computer. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I tried going live and then it fucking closed out everything because I'm an idiot and I pressed things that I'm not supposed to press. Anyways, dude, I don't get it. Why is this AIDS? So yeah, I am off tomorrow. I should be going home to go spend time with my housemate, but I really wanted to stream. There's so much new stuff with like the, what was it? What was the thing? Oh, the 8 passenger stuff that like can't honestly go untalked about in my opinion. Some of it might be like too much to like stream about due to the fact that it's so much. Hold on, let me make sure my mic's up. I want to make, oh yeah, it's all the way up. All right, so I was gonna kind of leave it up to everybody else to help me make a decision because ideally I'd love to sit through the like 5.5 hour interview that Jodi Hildebrandt's old client did, because it's insanely atrocious, the stuff that woman has done. And by that woman, I mean Jodi Hildebrandt, because fuck's sake. That, God bless that man, or whatever the fuck, you know. But like, he's what I would aspire to. He's the type, like, he's like the person I'd want to be, I guess is a way of putting it. I know that the mom tried throwing her kids under the bus. Yeah, there's a lot of reason for it, Miss Darkness. Hi, Noddle. Honestly, God, it's so, okay, so that kind of made me make my decision. Cause, yeah, it's not as simple as it seems, unfortunately. There's also a interview with the lawyer of, Kevin, who, who's the dad of the 8 passengers people. And I'm not, like, by any means ever going to excuse, what they did, because, quite frankly, what has been done is, like, fucking, but it's abuse in every fucking front to kids nonetheless, you know? Hold on, let me see what this one is. Is this her whole interview? It might be. Hi, Aunt. Aspire? I don't fucking know, dude. Oh, I have this on here. Okay. Hell yeah. Or we could do something totally different, which I would obviously rather do true crime shit, but it's just because my brain is way more enjoying that these days. She punished her son. Yeah, okay, but Miss Darkness, listen. This is a pattern of behavior from Jodi for years, like almost like decades, okay? Kevin's not the first man to be kicked out of the house, okay? And from what I understand, it's been like over a year he's been separated from Ruby, okay? Not saying that like he didn't have any accountability or whatever, but like from me personally, like from the things that like I've experienced in my life, to know that like as much as what those people, like for instance, right, my mom and my dad were together, right? And there are things that like my mom would do that was just like fucked. Like not obviously fucking horrible. It wasn't abusive, at least physically or whatever. But like I would tell my dad, like, she's wrong. I don't care what you try to say, but she is wrong. And then he would do, well, it's your mother. Like, I don't give a fuck what the fuck she is. If she's wrong, she's wrong. Like that's it, period. But the whole point of that is to say like, it's so much easier to be like, oh yeah, well like if it was my kids and blah 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 blah. Well, but you're throwing in a lot of factors, and this relationship with Jodi was at least over the last 2 years, if not 3, if not longer. Okay, the sister of Ruby's been fucking saying shit, but I don't fucking believe a word she says, nor do I give a fuck about what the fuck she says. Because she's a fucking, she reeks of fucking narcissism, and it fucking irks the fuck out of me. Like it makes me inside of my chest feel like I want to fucking vomit. Because I hate that shit. Well, it's really affecting us. Shut the fuck up. You didn't say once. She didn't say once how she fucking was like trying to support the fucking kids and how she wanted to be there for her kids. Not her kids, Ruby's kids. She didn't say anything about that. She didn't say anything about them. She just was like, yeah, you know, there's been so much words about me and my life and my family and da-da-da-da-da. Me. Shut the fuck up. God, I fucking hate people like, oh God, it fucking infuriates me. Like, fucking makes me angry. I hate people that are like, yeah, my life's so hard. Shut the fuck, like, dude, he fucking they didn't get to press fucking multiple accounts of like, sorry, they didn't get to press multiple counts of child abuse because it was just like some scratches, or it wasn't like, it was so severe that not only did they get multiple child abuse charges, they got multiple felony child abuse charges for 2 kids, at least. Oh shit, she dropped one too? Shit. Alright, breaking news, y'all. Breaking fucking news. Oh, no way. This is amazing. Dude, you guys are gonna fucking die. Oh my god, hold on, let me download this. Because if I don't download the video, it's gonna fucking... She did not. I fucking can't. This is not real. There's no way this is real. There is no way this is real. Oh my god. I'm dying. Oh my god. No way, bro. I'm fucking dead. I'm fucking dead. Maybe this one's better than her sister's, because her sister's was garbage. Holy shit. Ain't no fucking... Oh, eat my ass, Bonnie. Shut the fuck up. God, dumb bitch. Makes me angry. And it's obviously, I talk a lot about my parents and stuff, but like, systematically, my family has a lot of generational buffoonery that needs to be unbuffooneried, and until it is unbuffooneried, I am going to keep bitching about it, because probably will never happen. But I'm also very aware of that. Like, I'm also very aware that, like, my family, I am probably the first person to break out of the generational trauma that is my family, because it gets really fucking old. And I say that because I know I am the black sheep, unironically. Not that there's a way to be ironic about that. God, this woman gives me the fucking creeps. She's fucking evil. She's evil just like her fucking sister. I can see it on her face. Whoa. And it feels like today, I know. Feels like today, I'm sure. Alright, how are you guys doing today? So you guys know 8 Passengers video, or 8 Passengers, right, YouTube channel. Mom just got arrested for being in a cult. And, you know, the usual of things. You know? Really, do you think the estranged daughter is going to testify against Ruby? It's a great question. I do not know. Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised at this point if the husband spoke against Ruby as well. Like if Kevin did. Kevin didn't even know they were in Ivan's, from what I understand. Danny Masterson's gonna be in jail for a long time. Well, yeah, well they said that about Cosby too. There's always a fucking way out, ain't there? Unfortunately. Library. Let's go to history. Hold on, I'm trying to find one more video for you guys. I watch a lot of fucking content on this shit, dude. It's not even funny. One thing that is being looked at was the license for, this was another one, dude. Fucking crazy. The license of Jodi Hildebrandt, that it's being looked at right now, obviously, to pretty much by like the board that like grants licenses, I guess, is looking at pretty much like their thing is like if there's one claim, like then it's probably not enough, especially if there's no like probably like physical evidence, I'm assuming is kind of what they were alluding to. But they said if there's multiple reports and accounts of like malpractice, essentially, like if there's multiple accounts of people or Jodi likes doing shady shit, then it gives them the reason to pretty much get rid of it. They are technically supposed to give them a hearing or have a hearing, but if it's in like intense circumstances, they won't do it, or they'll just like revoke it or something, or like they meet between like the council or whatever the fuck, and then get rid of it that way. I don't know if I made any sense during that. Sorry, I was trying not to be too fucking confusing. All right, let me do this one too, and then I think, okay, so shut up. Shh. So yeah. So let's do fucking 8 Passengers. I always end up fucking doing it because I got in a whole conversation with somebody at work today about it. I was like, yeah, you know this, da 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 da. So, because you know. Oh, that's why. It was a teacher, and she was like, oh, well, you know, something about how, you know, she does like, she's a teacher from home, she does it over Zoom or whatever, like their classes. So we were talking about, I was like, I kind of get that because, you know, I do live streaming sometimes, and it was kind of that way. And then she was like, oh yeah, she's like, what do you stream about? I was like, I think I said something about like true crime shit or something. That's like, told her like, that's what I've been really into or whatever. And she was like, oh, cool. And then we got really into a long conversation about this. It's literally consumed my life. It may or may not be very unhealthy, but that's neither here nor there, okay? Okay, so, stomach hurts other than that, it's fine. Danny Masterson's gonna be in jail for a long time. Me and my cousins are gonna try to break the generational curse, by going to therapy. Yeah. It did, don't worry. It did what? Wait, what did? Excuse me. I should download this one too, because this one's fucking crazy. Okay, anyways, let's do this. Okay, we're gonna do... What is it? Did we do this one already? We might have done this one already. Was this... Yeah, we did that one. Alright. Chill out, Marky. We already did that one. Okay. Okay, my son and considering sister. I am not my sister. Okay. So, I really want to show you guys my side of my... Okay. This is actually kind of perfect the way this is set up. Okay, look at this shit. Okay. And I might be jaded. I probably am jaded because of the fact that... of how, the other sister... So there's, like, 3 or 4 sisters of Ruby that are, like... Hi, Belle. Did I say hi, Belle? I don't know if I did. Hi, anyways. 3 or 4 sisters of Ruby that, like, what am I trying to say here? Oh, that are, like, her sisters. That's what I'm trying to fucking say, is that they're fucking sisters. Jesus Christ. Anyways, so sorry, I'm trying to fucking think. Anyways, there's a few sisters, right? They're all fucking Mormon. They all have kids, whatever. But the sister Bonnie has curly hair. She has family channels too, and I think the other one does too. But like, what it says, the Darrow crew. I don't fucking even know what that means. Is 223,000, and the Bonnie is 1.4 million. We'll get to the point why I am not a fan of Bonnie's, because I don't know. She fucking reminds me of my mother. I think that's what it is. Like, literally just fucking reminds me of my mother and pisses me off. But, like, I don't know. Just fucking look at the woman. It's fucking insane. Anyways, not in a bad... My mom's cool now. She's getting there. She's work in progress. You know, life change. Usually when, like, some crazy life change happens, you, like, change and things change because they have to change. Nope, not with this family. Not saying my family is much different. Anyways, that doesn't fucking matter. Actually, it fucking kind of applies because, like, when my brother passed away, and we were like, oh, we're gonna spend so much time together. We're family. Family's so close. But, like, the word family and being a family are 2 different things. It's just like love, like, loving someone, and, like, actually, like, in love with somebody is 2 different things. Like, you can love things and stuff, but you can't, like, being in love with somebody is, like, a different process. Like, being family and, like, being a part of, like, your family and, like, in the family and, like, a part of, like, life outside of your own box is, like, what's supposed to be. Like, caring for other people and other people in your family is bigger than yourself. It's got to be. And if you don't do that, then I don't know what you're trying to do, because that's stupid. It's stupid. Anyways, done with my little rant. For now. So let's watch this, okay? So, let me do this. This is what I was originally fucking struggle busing with fucking doing. This image. Nope, that's not the right button. That's the right button. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright. It feels like today, I'm sure. It's the one thing that's missing. The one thing you're wishing. And I say resting in pain. Sorry, y'all. I've had 3 days grace. Rascal Flats in my fucking head for fucking days. It's called depression. How's it going? Wild shit, bro. Anyways, this should be good enough, I think. Anyways, let me do. Okay. Anyways, so this is the YouTube channel for the sister that I was hysterically laughing at having on screen because I thought it was funny. This is Murdoch. I'm just on my premium account. Well, what's up, Murdoch? How's it going? What's up, G? So, this is the sister, this Daru crew. This is the one that I haven't watched yet. So we're gonna all watch it together because it sounds entertaining, to be honest. Well, I'm curious.
I'm speaking today about
First of all,
my
okay.
sister Ruby Frankie, who was arrested a few weeks ago for child abuse. By now.
Wait, why do I keep pausing all bad? There we go. Okay, bitch, look, listen. Just listen, look. Listen, look, listen. It's just they never learn, dude. It's just like I get it, not like when you're out of the box, you don't have to be in the box. You know? Hold on, you guys. I have to show you what this fucking makes me think of. And if you know, you know, okay? Listen, look. Listen. Listen again and look again. Listen. Oh, fuck, this is so fucking funny. Okay, where is this thing at? Here we go. Look at this bitch. This bitch went full Micah Schaefer, bro. On God, for real, for real. Like, what? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm dead. I'm fucking deceased. You're a dumb bitch. It's just the fucking self-awareness for me, bro. Alright. Let's go, Mormon fucking Micah Schaefer. By the way, if you don't know, this is the YouTuber. This Micah Schaefer bitch. It's the one that fucking... Hold on, let me fucking do better. She was the one that adopted a kid from, like, Thailand or some China or some shit. Fundraised, made hella money off the kid, and then when it got too difficult because they had mentally fucking handicaps and shit, which they knew about before even, you know, bringing him home, that they what is it called? Pretty much gave the kid away. So, there's that. Also, ironically and insanely sad enough, was they had found a video at some point that they found a video of the son, the one that she like rehomed, that was the term. God, that's such a horrible term for a fucking kid. They had rehomed him, and one of the old videos had like tape on his thumb or something, so he'd stop sucking it or whatever. It's fucking weird. Anyways, that was just my lolling.
That you also probably have seen my sister Bonnie's. I'm speaking today about my sister Ruby Frankie, who was arrested a few weeks ago for child abuse. By now, you probably know that. You also probably have seen my sister Bonnie's video. I was about to post a video yesterday or today and just couldn't bring myself to do it. I've been trying to gather my thoughts for several weeks, and I don't think I'm ever going to have my thoughts completely put together here because it's involved so much.
Bro, like, deadass, this shirt's gotta be brand new. Like, who gave her the playbook of, like, how to not do apologies and then totally made her do it? Because this is like a guest bedroom, let's be honest. You don't live in this room. Like, and this is like a regular t-shirt. Like a literal, just basic-ass white t-shirt from, like, Walmart. Bruh.
Many people, there's so many little details. I am not going to be a news update. I will not update you on news. I will not give all of the little nitty-gritty details. I know I don't need to sit here and defend myself. I know I don't need to go into the history of what has happened. So we'll see where this goes and how much I get into. But the past few weeks have been extremely hard. Not only did all that happen with Ruby, but I had just moved to a new state, and Landon had to go back to Utah to finish up his dissertation for his degree, and so I've been settling into a new home with the kids without his help, and all of this fell down. So I literally have not had the physical or emotional capacity to address anyone, nor do I need to address anyone, but here we are. 3 years ago, Ruby, everything was great. It seemed to be fine anyway.
Well, you know. I mean, she's fucking right, though. let's see where this goes. This is way better than her sister's. Her sister's is like, you have no idea what I'm going through. It's so hard for me. Fuck off, bitch. God, you guys will see. It made me so fucking mad listening. I listened to it on my lunch break. I don't know if that was a mistake or what, but like, Jesus fucking Christ. No, she's kind of based so far. So far, I'm kind of like on board with like, I don't know you guys shit. We're like, all right. She's like, I'm getting in my new place. Oh, okay. All right. And I'm pretty sure this is the family that had written a bad review somewhere, but we'll get to that, okay? Yeah, she's gonna have a dog. Yeah, where's the dog, dude? This, if she really just moved in her place, that actually kind of makes sense why it's kind of very bare.
We were a typical family. She was getting some therapy counseling because their family needed it, which I think is great. However, I think you need to get it from a great source. Read the reviews. Jodi Hildebrandt and her website or therapy style, I don't know what you want to call it, connections, was not a great resource. And we all saw it. We all felt weird about this Jodi lady. We weren't comfortable with it. We didn't like it. We didn't like the teachings Ruby was bringing to the family functions, and we were this close to telling her, if you come to our family events anymore, we do not want to hear what you were learning through connections because we don't like it. We never did say that to her, but we thought it. Anyway, so 3 years ago, Ruby and I hung out bottling tomatoes, and then a few weeks later, crap hit the fan, and she left the family. And she didn't even call me to say, hey, you know, Julie, you're doing this and this, and I don't like it. You're living your life in distortion, so I'm going to have to take some time away from you. No, literally nothing. She did call my mom and yelled at my mom on the phone for 45 minutes.
Wait, what? She just left the family? What's that even mean? She just left the family? It's not like you can't just leave a family. You either, like, did she say she just wasn't going to talk to you guys anymore? Oh, you know what? Okay, this is what probably happened, right? This is like when you're raised in, like, in a home. Like, okay, you guys remember when Sneeko had been like, yeah, dude, I'm almost, like, not even going to be invited back home for Christmas. Or for, like, Thanksgiving or some shit, right? And everybody was like, you know, it's, like, not a good thing when you're not, like, when your talking points are such shit that your family doesn't even want to invite you to fucking Christmas or the holidays because what you're fucking spouting is fucking insanity. Like, remember that is that type of shit. So that's probably, like, it's probably why, like, they were just like, bro, I'm done. And then Ruby on the opposite end was like, fuck it, I just won't fucking go. Just trying to be like, I don't know, whatever the fuck she was doing. Well, yeah, and that's the thing too. People have been doing like, Like the Geek said, she cut ties with her family because she's in a cult now. Yeah, and that's the thing. People are like, well, why didn't fucking Kevin ever do anything? And he should have known. And I know that like all these other people were around, but like, why didn't nobody say anything? And it's just like, okay, well, listen, okay, listen to me, okay. Like, I personally have cut off most of my family. And by cut off, I mean mostly, right? Like, if they message me, I'll be cordial. But, like, I stopped giving it my energy because I wasn't ever getting it back or, like, getting it at all. So, I just stopped. And so, like, I know what it's like when because I've done the cult thing too, like similarly. I've also done, you know, I've done church, I've done all this shit. So it's like with these cults, especially these ones, like the ones that are obviously bad and insanely malicious. I wasn't in like anything crazy or whatever. It was obviously very culty, but it wasn't like a cult. Well, I don't know. I did the program and I left because the program had great fucking qualities of it. It just wasn't, you know. It's like when you go to church. You learn the fucking lessons they teach you at church and then, you know, whatever. But anyways, you know, these people, especially the head leader, especially when it's led by women, I can imagine. They do this thing where they teach you all these things and then like slowly do this thing where they just tear you, you know, it's just like how they would, you know, the other guys that run the cults, where they just like tear the wives or the children or the women apart from like the families or the husbands, whatever. It's the same thing. You go in with this intention. These people go in with this intention. They start trusting in you, And then I don't know why ever somebody would do marriage therapy and then personal therapy, because if you're doing like personal therapy, it should be separate. It shouldn't be like you can do both. But like I think if you're trying to do like personal development stuff, it should be with like, I don't know, whatever you would call that, psychologist, therapist, whatever. Not like a marriage and family therapist, because that's not really self-development. That's singular focus on the family, which is fine. But like I feel like a lot of people in like religion aren't very don't have like a lot of self-discovery, and I think that that's important for like growing as a person and hopefully as a unit. That's my TED talk. Okay. Anyways, I just think that like people are, I think people like Bonnie, who's the other sister who will watch, isn't listening to what people are saying, because she also had videos of like my kid's first shave type shit, and it's just like, okay, you're not understanding what's what right now, because you're not understanding that the picture is bigger than what's in front of you. It's just because your sister did it and it turned into the bad thing doesn't mean that the bad things that you're also doing aren't bad things. It just means that it's a different volume or flavor of it. I guess I think I'm making sense. Anyways, I'm gonna press play now.
And accused her of things that were not true. It was almost as if Ruby had been
Wait,
making
what?
memories.
She had been accusing her. Okay.
And call me to say, hey, you know, Julie, you're doing this and this. I don't like it. You're living your life in distortion, so I'm going to have to take some time away from you. No, literally nothing. She did call my mom and yelled at my mom on the phone for 45 minutes and accused her of things that were not true. It was almost as if Ruby had been making up memories from her childhood. She was trying to grab at anything she could, and she would exaggerate on everything. So she started all of her lies back then, lying to everyone in her life.
Jesus. I've heard that before, where people just kind of like, well, it's something that like, I've heard people do that where they're like, oh, well, you know, sorry, I'm going to be grabbing something out of my bag real quick. Well, sorry, hold on, 10 seconds, you guys. I don't want to talk while I'm trying to. Beep, 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 beep. All right. Got what I needed. Got it. All right. So I've heard that like people like doing this thing where they're like, oh yeah, like, you know, to their dad, they're like, oh yeah, you know, R-worded me, or, you know, this person fucking took advantage of me, or whatever they say, right? Like that's a thing that I've heard of happening in cults or just groups, right? Like the people that do this emotional manipulation to try to separate you from your family. And it's almost like they're told these things, and like, you know, like there's hypnosis and stuff. They're told these things by the person that's guiding them as if it's like truth, but it's not. Like, it's just what's essentially being fed to them, so that they think that what their experience is worse than what it is, or different than what it is, and it's not like it's not the truth. This is something that was like this happened a lot in the direction of Jodi, with Adam Steed. He's the guy that interviewed for 5 hours on the Mormon Story podcast. Oh my god, it's such an intense interview, but dude, that guy is so fucking cool. So is fucking Jesse. Jesse's fucking cool too, dude. These people that are like trauma survivors that like speak out as strong as they did, man. It's really tragic that they fucking couldn't speak out for years, because I think I think this will really help their journey, you know? I don't know. It helped me, I guess. That would be a cognitive behavioral therapist she would need. Exactly.
Getting rid of all of her friends and family, and I literally had no contact with her. She wouldn't respond to any texts or emails over the
Also very culty, obviously. Not replying, not cutting everybody off. This is what I'm saying, like, people aren't listening. This is such a better fucking video than the other one. The other sister is fucking garbage. I can't stand her. She just makes me angry. She did a video at first. It was fucking awful. And then she did the one today, and it was just as bad. But this is actually informative. Okay, well, they cut me off like 2-3 years ago. That's why I wouldn't fucking know anything, because I didn't have any communication. This makes fucking sense, dude. Just saying.
Time that I tried reaching out to her, never got a response from her. So I was very fortunate to have been able to reach out to her daughter Sherry once she was an adult, and we were able to form a really close, strong relationship, which I am grateful for. And it was then that I learned more about Ruby, and it was then that Sherry had learned about lies that had been told to her. I feel like me and my other sisters have said, we feel like we've just been kind of floating on a cloud for these past few weeks. We are in complete shock still as to what she had done, because we had no idea of what was happening. Basically, I'm here to say that
Okay, so May 1st, social discussion. I know about Mormonism. Ruby Frank's cult absolutely does not represent Mormon beliefs. Okay, listen, look. Go listen to Adam Steed's interview on Mormon stories. Because as much as I would like to be like, oh yeah, sure, of course, like, whatever. But even Adam Steed, the way he explained it, is like, the Old Testament talks about, like, pretty much addressing things and handling things with care. But, like, the second book of Mormonism, whatever the other book is, it's, like, the opposite. Where it's just very aggressive and shut out. It doesn't actually really deal with things. It kind of just more sweeps shit under the rug. Which makes sense. Considering who... oh my gosh, who's the Mormon guy? John, whatever, the Smith dude. It kind of makes sense, considering he was kind of a dickhead and a tool bag. Also, hi, Purple. I don't know if I said hi. But essentially, very long story short, Jodi's been a tool used by the Mormon church, specifically in Utah, and has gotten away with shit and been fucking disgusting and egregious for years and years and years. Many people, including this other YouTuber, says she's definitely not the only one. So much so that Adam Steed was the whistleblower for the Boy Scouts debacle that happened out of Idaho, obviously heavily involved the Mormon church. The person that pretty much was by Jodi's side to essentially destroy this man's life and his family was one of the leaders of, like, churches, multiple churches. I don't know. It's like a general manager for fucking churches. I don't know how any of that shit works. But he was also, when they found out when he died, like a president or something of the Cub Scouts. So that's essentially what the link was of Jodi and the Mormon church to destroy Adam Steed's life, which he's doing great now, which is great. But so much so that Jodi, when he had reported against her for sharing Adam's information to BYU, which is the school he went to try to get him expelled or suspended or whatever, because it's client privilege, like confidentiality stuff. The University of Utah lawyers were the ones that represented Jodi, okay? These are very, very tight fucking web of fucking, again, buffoonery and bullshit that, like, is just Joseph Smith, thank you. That it's so deep. Like, it's so deep in the fucking web of bullshit, and it's very conspiratorial because it's actually, like, he has 500 pages that he had ordered from, there's, like, the honor code or something, and it has notes with the honor code, which I think is the Mormon thing, direct notes that have to do with Jodi speaking with this guy who is pretty much with the honor code, which I guess is like the Mormon people or whatever, pretty much disgusting about how they were maliciously ruining his life on stuff that he can't even talk about. It's that bad. Oh, and also of note, Adam Steed, I think I said this earlier, was also made to sleep on the floor in his living room, in his house, in his apartment, separate from his wife, which was at the direction of Jodi. So this is all to say, Jodi's been the mastermind of a lot of this shit, obviously, and that's pretty much a universally agreed upon sentiment from everyone, essentially, aside from Ruby. It would be fascinating if she goes with that fucking lane, which I don't think she has the right to. Obviously, she separated herself from her family, which, again, has way more fucking things of narcissism than does anything else, but hopefully I fucking informed you guys. I've been very deep into this shit. It's not as simple as, this isn't all Mormonism. Of course. It's just like saying every fucking, you know, person that believes in Islam isn't gonna go, you know, into a building or whatever. It's just like, yeah, of course, I know everybody's not a fucking horrible fucking person. I'm not stupid. But this is a very bad systematic thing where, mind you, in the Mormon church and in the Mormon, like, whatever, when you are raised in this shit, like, you are, like, supposed to get married immediately. Like, when you're, like, 16 or whatever the age is, like, when you're able to get married, you're supposed to be married. So the fact that they're going in and then systematically, like, ruining families, because this is, again, not the only one, and men specifically, and destroying them from the fucking outside in and inside at the same time for whatever fucking disgusting reason is atrocious. Like, it's fucking evil in every way. So yeah. I will say Mormonism, not my favorite religion. Scientology is pretty bad. They have a lot of things that, like, it makes sense why every time somebody pokes fun at Mormonism or whatever, they're like, it's fine, it's advertisement. Because Scientology put a big fucking target on them, so it's easy to be like, oh, Scientology's fucking evil. But, like, nobody does that with fucking Mormonism because they aren't acting like fucking fools. But because they sweep it all under the rug and doesn't tell anybody. Fascinating shit. Anyways, how's it going, you guys?
Had no idea what was happening. Like Bonnie mentioned in her video, we are not going to let Ruby destroy another thing in our lives. We have our platforms where we try and bring brightness and positivity into other people's lives, and that is why we didn't talk about Ruby in our content for the past 3 years. Yeah, we try and show the highs and lows of everyday family and parenting, but Ruby's topic was not supposed to be part of that content. And it was none of your business. It was nothing that we needed to talk about, and I wasn't sure if her kids were maybe still watching these videos, and I didn't want to be not tactful and slander their mom and then have them watch those videos. That didn't sound like a nice thing to do either, and so that is another reason why we didn't talk about the subject of Ruby for the past few years on my channel. However, as far as my platforms go, I do want to continue them, but the content will probably look a little bit different. I have some pre-recorded videos before all of this fell apart that I will be posting, and then after those videos, I will probably just shift my content a little bit, and it'll be a little different, but I will still be here posting probably once a week instead of twice a week like I had been. And I hope you guys stick around. Those followers who have been following me for years saw past all of this. You were here to support and love no matter what. The people who came here to my comment section with negativity and attack were probably people that didn't even know who we were, and so I know not to take offense to all of that, even though it was still really hard to see and hear all of the negativity. So if you have been a long-time viewer and you have stuck around, thank you so much for your love and support, and if you are new to my channel, welcome.
Holy shit, I do not understand why that was so hard for the sister to do. This was actually kind of great. I'm actually not mad at this video. I can't see what you guys... Well, I guess I'll just open up my fucking... Sorry, I was looking at my chat on my fucking phone, but... Oh, hi, Helmet Chuck. So, didn't Ruby and Jodi meet through Chad? Who's Chad? Who is Chad? I only know Chad is the son. I heard about that. It's insane. Heard about what? Sorry, I was... My phone... Who's Chad? Is the husband Chad? Um, wait, what's the husband's name? Oh, Landon is the husband. Who's Chad, sweetheart? I don't know who Chad is. Well, I will say, we'll watch. Okay, so we'll find out who Chad is, because I have no fucking clue who Chad is. So, I actually am not mad. She needs to do the videos for the whole family, because I've been so angry at fucking the other fucking sister's video. It was so fucking poorly done. Sorry, I had a video thing. Hold on. I heard about Mormons forcing their children to marry, a complete violation of human rights. Yeah, it's kind of like an arranged marriage thing. That's what Adam Steve. Jesus Christ, bro. Adam Steed. He was saying is like he went. So the other thing that's kind of fucking awful. The other thing that's awful is the fact that BYU is very tight-knit with all of this nonsense. I guess that's kind of why they were able to have access to Adam, I guess, because when he went to BYU, I think he was from Idaho and then went to BYU, which is in Utah, Brigham Young University, which is like the Mormon college. It's kind of like, what's the other one? What is the one in Arizona? GCU, Grand Canyon University, like how that one's like Christian or whatever the fuck, or Lutheran. Is it Christian or whatever? It's one of those two. And the church is like integrated, but yeah, it's all garbage. Sorry, hold on. Let me do. So we're gonna watch The Sisters, okay? Helmet Chuck died. Oh, listen, you marry a hot chick. I knew it. Wait, hold on. I heard about Mormons forcing a child. Oh, you fuck. Okay. You deleted it. That's fine. Where'd Helmet Chuck go? I really want to. Dude, Helmet Chuck and I have been like geeking out over this shit for fucking ever, dude. Deadass. Feels like it for fucking ever. What is it? My mom had asked me when I quit my job, and I was like, I was like, well, I did it like that day, because I forgot, because I was so caught up in this shit. Oh, Helmet Chuck, if you are listening, they're doing a court hearing on Monday, dude. It's gonna be Monday for bail, whatever the fuck. I don't know why these people think that they're gonna get out of jail. Just the fucking niece's testimony alone is fucking insanity. Anyways, let's get okay, so this is wait, actually let me make sure I add this to. Your name's Deru, but it makes me want to be like, y'all are Delulu. I love that people are saying Delulu. I think that is the funniest fucking thing ever. Save to 8 passengers content. I have a whole playlist, because of course I do. And then, dude, hold on. You're like, this is so much better than Bonnie's. Thanks for making it make some sense instead of Is it what did I say? This is so much better than Bonnie's. Thanks for making it make some sense instead of 10 minutes of poor me's. Alright. Are you guys ready for the fucking Bonnie video? God, fuck my life, bro. It's so fucking bad. Alright. So this is Bonnie's channel. I hope your daughter and the rest of the family get some help. Yeah, no fucking kidding. Oh, wait, how did I miss all this stuff? Heard of more for teacher. BYU, yeah. Has a history of expelling gay students. Well, not only that, it's just bad. I knew a Mormon family growing up. The daughter wasn't allowed any sleepovers. Years later, found out her dad was horribly abusing the family. Yeah. Jesus, I hope the daughter and the rest of the family get some help. Yeah, no kidding. They weren't super Mormon, but they used it as an excuse for why their daughter couldn't go anywhere. Miss Darkness, last I heard she was doing well and has a family of her own. Yeah, dude, that's the beautiful thing. I don't know if, Des, you've had the experience of... sorry, I'm not doing well with words. I've been working, so my brain is just fried by the end of the day. Been taking Alyssa. So... what was I talking about? The last I heard she was... Oh, the niece had said that Jodi's daughter, the, like, person that's pretty much the totem of all this shit, and her ex-husband that she apparently had dragged along for court for, like, 10 years, for divorce court, which I'm sure is hell and a half, and that the daughter and the father-in-law were doing well, or the father were doing well, and that they had a great relationship and all that kind of stuff, which is really fucking great to hear. Because, I don't know, it's kind of like me. Like, I fucking had to separate myself from this shit, from my family and stuff, to, like, be able to take care of me, and, like, oh god, I would never change that shit for the fucking world. Anyways, sometimes you gotta fucking do what you gotta do, bro. Is it narcissism is astonishing? Oh, lol, I'm funny. Once you're out and away from it all, and healing can begin, survivors can go on to live happy lives. Yeah, that's the thing too, Des, is like, it just like listening to fucking both Jesse and, sorry, I keep forgetting his name, Adam Steed, the other guy, speak, and then like how they've kind of healed and used their trauma as like a fucking sword is so cool. Like, it's really admirable, and I admire it, because it's like, I don't know, it's cool that's a possibility. He made me cry, like, listening to his thing. I mean, it was like 5 hours of reason I should fucking cry, but like, you know, he told his little sweet story about how he met his wife, and that, like, yeah, you know, fucking Des, and that, like, one day, you know, if you don't think you're ever gonna find love, and this and that, like, it can happen, and da-da-da. Like, it was so fucking sweet. It was so fucking sweet, bro. Like, goddamn, I was so fucking, like, touched by it. Anyways, let's go to Jodi, or Bonnie's video. This is her YouTube page. Who fucking cares? She's fucking trash. I fucking can't stand her. She makes me vehemently fucking angry, for reasons I don't know how to express, but maybe once we watch this, we can fucking understand. No. Well, whatever, I don't want to watch any of her fucking stupid ass content. Anyways, this is her lovely family. It makes me want to fucking kill myself. Not literally, YouTube, just kidding. In fucking Minecraft or whatever the gay shit is that people say. Alright. Is anybody else bothered by her face? I'm kind of glad my parents didn't raise me and my younger sister in a religious household. Both of them came from religious households, and they didn't want to force that onto me and my sister. Yeah, I think families that allow their kids to kind of make their own decisions is what's up, man. Or like, open to questions. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly, Des. I hate this video. I hate this video with a fucking passion.
I know that my words will be used against me. I also know that my words may help people understand me a little. I can only speak for myself, and I will only be speaking for myself, other than the judge has asked us not to speak on certain topics that I will not be touching on. What my family and I have gone through the last couple of weeks is the worst thing that has ever happened to us. I spent the first week in complete shock, where I felt my body and my mind and my emotions were completely paralyzed because of the just absolute shock of all of this. The more I learn, my feelings are turning more to anger.
My feelings are anger. I am so mad. Let me tell you how my family, which is pretty much me, are suffering because of the actions of my sister. She has destroyed my life for the worst, that I can't go on and continue to do the things I need to do for me and my family. Fucking, oh God. Oh my God. Hold on, you guys. We're gonna do this because I can't. It's just fucking insufferable. Oh, refresh chat. Where did the fucking chat go, bro? Well, it took a shit. That's fine. We'll just do this so I can maybe kind of see it. Holy shit, self-centered. Yeah, exactly. Who's that? Desert? Yeah. Bro. I wish I could, hold on, what is this? I don't know what that fucking means. Beep. Try to make this smaller. It's because it's on my fucking other computer. God damn it, dude. I am a tuber. Hold on. Okay. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. I need to be able to see chat. I can't fucking see chat. It's driving me nuts. Okay. Oh, hi, Moody. How are you doing today? Oh, just want to save? Hey, Abe. Jesus, the whole fucking audience. Whole fucking fam's here, bro. Alright. Hold on. Oh, we'll do it this way. Family. My family. Saying feelings. We'll keep going, but I really want to count this shit. Hey Morgan, hi Abe, I am a tuba. Holy shit, so self-centered. Exactly. Okay, we're gonna do this again. Hold on.
This feels like a very impossible video to make.
Hey Pa, who the fuck is this crazy lady? This is Ruby Frankie's sister. Fun shit, bro. Why is this opening up over here? This is dangerous. All right. Let me do this, and then let me go here, so you guys kind of knew. Nor. So you nor. It's amazing, Jamie. My heart is coming out. Find my way out of this loneliness around. It feels like today. I know. That's Ruby Frankie's sister. This is not the best photo, but you get it. This is from one of my thumbnails, so deal with it as you will, okay? Alright. Did I do it right? Alright. Let me zoom that in so y'all can see. Okay. 8 passenger sister filmed in my sister's bathroom, bro. I'm getting all victim 2 vibes. Yeah, exactly. Yep. You're Sleek Geek is on it, bro. Yeah, dude, Spider Eye. She just like she does not look like a person. She makes me vehemently angry. Especially compared to the other sister, right? You guys kind of getting why I was like insanely infuriated by like this fucking video, because it's me. Okay, let's go.
I know that my words will be used against me. I also know that my words may help people.
I know that. Oh wait, we gotta do my my. My words will be used, and that my something will be used against. Okay.
Understand me a little.
Me a little. Okay, we got one. Let's go.
I can only speak for
Okay, we got it again. Let's keep going.
myself, and I will only be
And I will only. Okay, okay.
speaking for myself other than.
Oh, we got myself. Okay, dude, we need a bingo card. Myself. 1. Okay, let's go.
The judge has asked us not to speak on certain topics that I will not be touching on. What my family and I have gone through.
We got my family and I, and then we'll add feel bad for me's. We'll make that a thing. This is great. All right, what me and my family have gone through. Okay.
The last couple of weeks is the worst thing that has ever happened.
Saying feelings. I'm gonna put this under the worst thing that has ever happened, as if it's affecting literally you, not the kids that were involved. Feel bad for me, so I'll throw it in there too. Okay.
To us. It is.
To us. Okay, well I'll put that under family. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that it's still about her.
I spent the first week. The worst thing that has ever happened to us. I spent the first week in complete shock, where I felt my body and my mind and my emotions were completely paralyzed.
Okay, well we got 2 eyes and 2 my's. We got 3 my's. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's keep going.
Because of the just absolute shock of all of this. The more I learn, my feelings are turning more to anger.
My feelings. Okay, we're saying feelings. Your feelings are feeling. You just say that you're angry. Just say that you're angry about the situation. That's how you express emotions. You don't even have to say that you're angry. You just show that you're fucking angry. It's pretty fucking simple. Like, it's fucking insane, dude. Well, 1, I love that I fucking see that now. But 2, it fucking makes me so angry when people tell me how they feel. Don't tell me that you fucking have feelings that are angry. That's not how you express emotions. You express emotions by the way you're being, and then like describing a situation, and then that situation, it shows anger. It's pretty fucking fucking makes me angry. When I hear a joke, my feelings turn to laughing. That's a good way of putting it. When I hear a joke, my feelings turn to laughing. The joke, my feelings, made me happy. Like, fucking shut up.
I am mad. I am mad.
I.
At what has happened. I am beyond disgusted, and I feel like it makes me tremble. It makes me tremble because
Me.
it is unheard of. It is truly.
It's definitely not unheard of. I know you live in a bubble, but like another one of your little fucking Mormon sidekicks over there, Lori Vallow, just fucking murdered her family. essentially for the same fucking reason, just believe some fucking hoopla, and then, like, all of a sudden they're all fucking dying. Like, convicted for life in prison. Or the Turpin family, where they've literally, the daughter had to also save herself and their family because they were chained up in their fucking house to bunk beds, nonetheless. Not even in a basement. In their home. All, like, 13 of them. Had to pretend like everything was okay. You're not the only one. It's not like it's just you. There's other things that are happening in the world. Move outside your fucking bubble and your fucking dumb fucking... Anyways, I'm gonna keep going. Isn't she a YouTuber? What the fuck is this echo? Yeah, exactly. You could give her some Xanax and it'd be the same tone, bro. Bro, she's a YouTuber. No, she has... Dude, she has, like, 1 million subscribers, Sleek. This isn't, like... This, yes. As much as, like, yes. She's, like... She has 1.4 million subscribers, okay? This isn't, like, a small YouTube channel, okay? Her sister at least has, like, some benefit of a doubt for having, like... What did I say? What is it? 220,000 subscribers. But that's still a substantial amount of fucking people, okay? It's not like it's just, like, a few fucking people. She does? Why? Because that's what they... Okay. Connections is an MLM of, like, therapy, okay? It is a thing. It can be a thing. It happened. The thing with MLMs, a lot of them are in this religion because the people that fund the church get the most protection, attention, and, like, importance, okay? Doing this type of stuff online is promotion. It all gives the attention of them and what they're doing in the church, so other people also in the church try to aim for the same thing. So they all kind of do this shit and it's shellless, baseless fucking nonsense to have a good family and to be successful. But they're all fucking garbage human beings because there's nobody inside. Sometimes maybe not to a fault of their own. And then on top of it, again, you have horrible people like Jodi that just take advantage of these fucking people. Because these people have no fucking souls. They're just built off of the basis of whatever the fuck was taught to them in church. And because they have to get married because mom and dad and Jesus or fucking whatever weird cult leader told them they had to. And then they end up here. Well, you know, Sleek the Geek, listen, look. I was lucky for a long time to not have a YouTuber that I had been a fan of not be a fucking weirdo, creep, pedo dude, maybe, possibly, I don't know. And then one day it happened. And then I was like, really? Like, you have to just be like a weirdo? Like, it couldn't just be like I couldn't just, like, you know, fly by the seat of my pants and not actually have to deal with somebody actually being a creep. So sometimes you just don't know. That was the moral of my story. I came at an interesting time, and their husbands are all off doing construction. Well, actually, I kind of believe that her husband was, as far as Daru. But I'm pretty sure Daru, if my memory is correct, I'd have to go look at Marquis' videos, but I'm pretty positive Daru, the husband, I think, had put a, like, bad review on the connections page, like, years, like a while ago. I cannot tell you off the top of my head if that was for sure on Marquis' page, because Marquis' been talking about connections for, like, at least a year now. So, anyways, sorry, my fucking brain is broken. Yeah, Spectre did. Hi, Spectre. I think we're all weirdos, I think. I bet the husband and they're having a Brokeback moment. What? I don't know about the Brokeback thing, whatever you said. I think that, religion doesn't allow people to be people, and as much as, like, the surface of it is, like, the body, the beef of it has good elements that you should use to apply for your life to be better people. Like, the heads of the churches, the people that do this stuff, like, the people that are like the Mormons, that, like, Jesus would, like, kick out of the churches and the temples for just taking advantage of people and not using, you know, the place of worship for what it was supposed to fucking be used for. Like, that was the point, was helping people and giving and you know, being a part of that shit. And this shit's just fucking, ugh, God, it fucking makes me angry. The Mormons are really into construction a lot, like the mafia. That's kind of funny. You'll find an Uncle Tony in the crawl space if you don't behave, wise guy. Yeah. So yeah, let's keep watching this. I'm gonna keep getting mad.
It's truly unbelievable. Something that
Oh, keep crying for us, Bonnie. Tell us how you really feel. Please try to make me believe that you're fucking actually crying.
pride myself on. Something that I enjoy doing is being transparent. And I cannot be fully transparent with certain aspects of this. And if you don't understand that, then you don't understand how the system works. The first thing that I want to say...
Bitch, you don't understand how the fucking world works. Eat my fucking ass, bro. Shut the fuck... Oh my god. You don't understand how the system works. What are you fucking even on about? The system doesn't fucking work. There's no way of talking about how it fucking works, because it doesn't fucking work. There's no system to fucking understand when none of it fucking makes sense to begin with. None of it obviously fucking works due to the 20-something fucking calls made to fucking your sister's house. Okay? And I agree with this weird random YouTuber I listened to today. You were able to go drive to the house. Like the other YouTuber said again, you could have knocked on the window, and I bet you that the kids would have let you in. And if not, you would have been able to probably make your fucking way, you know, and see the kids and be like, hey, that's weird. They're not opening up the doors. And I see the kids because I see them in the windows. Like, I don't know, dude. It's fucking weird to me. Like, this crying doesn't make me fucking feel bad for you. You just have talked about yourself so many times already. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna get angry.
Is that we have kept quiet for 3 years on the topic of our sister Ruby and Jodi and Kevin and connections. That is what we have stayed quiet about. We did not know what they were doing because, like we said, we were cut off. We did not have access to anyone. My thoughts towards Ruby and Jodi and Kevin and connections is that it was all bullcrap. It was complete indoctrination of this thing that they created.
Yeah, like the Mormon church. Literally the Mormon church. Literally the guy made the fucking church so that he had an excuse for being a dickhead. I'm pretty sure that's essentially what the fucking TLDR of it is. But that's literally why he made the church. Joseph Smith made the church in like 1850, okay? It's not even as old as our country. And our country's pretty fucking young, okay? Our country's very young comparatively, okay? The other things that this fucking shit, it's because all of you guys fucking think you can write books and then it fucking becomes fucking truth, okay? Eat my ass about your stupid fucking whatever. God, this woman makes me want to fucking, oh my God. She used to, you know, like, my therapist, right? Especially during COVID, oh man, I get so fucking on one about my mom. And she had to be like, we're not talking about your mother right now, okay? We're focusing on you. We're not talking about her. She would make me so mad and I'd go on like a rant. Because it was just like infuriating to feel like you're talking and existing in a world that the other person does not fucking even, like, it's not even on the same field, okay? Like, it's so maddening when these people are like, yeah, well, you know, like, what she was doing is, like, kind of bullshit. Yeah, no shit, dude. Like, you're fucking dumb. It's just, you know. Okay. We're gonna get back into it. I would apologize, but this is what the channel's for, right? I think that's kind of how that works. Oh, I think so. Anyways, listen to yourself, lady. Exactly. Bonnie, first world problems, no shit. Mary Kay, Grand Theft Auto'd on their own contract workers for not working to... Yeah, no shit. Fucking crazy. All right, let's keep going.
I don't agree with how extreme they are on everything. I knew they were weird. I knew that they were off. Those are the things that we kept quiet about, because what was I going to say? What was I going to do? I was not going to come out and publicly say...
No, Moody Morgan. She has not said anything about the fucking kids, not one time. She's not said anything. Well, she will say something about Kevin. She's not said anything about the functionality that is a fucking family and what happens within it. Not even like the other sister did. I don't know if you were here. We could rewatch it again real quick. Not even like the other sister where she's like, yeah, and I connected to the oldest daughter, Sherry, I think her name is. And, you know, we connected and the few times that, you know, she was ready to come out and, you know, and then she told us some stories and then we told her things and we found out that there were so many lies. And like, that's explaining where you're at within the family dynamic. This is people. This is somebody that looks at everything at an outside view and there's nothing inside. She's talking about the functionality of the family, pretty much only hers, and why that what her sister did is affecting her life now. Don't feed the trolls. Do what you want to do. If you know in your heart of hearts that you're a good person, who gives a fuck what anybody else thinks? Obviously, you have your feelings, emotions, they're valid, blah, 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 blah. But like doing this poor me act, I have no grace for you. Especially when the kids were found bound by tape and rope, okay? Most probably rope. I'm going to say probably good high fucking probability. And we'll get into why. So let me see. Jesus, okay, yeah. Jeez Louise, yeah, exactly.
I don't like my sister and I don't like what she's doing and I think she's weird. That is what we kept.
We kept quiet about them cutting us off because we didn't understand why they did it. I like this again. I like the other sisters' behavior where they were like, "Well, we didn't talk about it because like we didn't know if the kids were still watching, so we didn't want to talk ill of their mother," which makes sense. That makes sense. Like saying, "Hey, I didn't want to talk ill of like my sister or whatever because we didn't know if they were watching the videos, and if they're watching the videos, like I don't want them to think that we think any poorly of them because of their mother." You know what I'm saying? Like that's, anyways.
Quiet about. It wasn't until about a year ago when we were able to reconnect with Sherry. Again, we kept that quiet. We never came out and said anything. You guys saw us together and those were little glimpses when Sherry was ready to allow us to show those glimpses with her permission. And it was then that we were learning slowly bits and pieces of more. And that's where the part of behind the scenes, we did everything that we could. We did everything legally that we could do. And for those that were saying that they'd go in and bust down doors and do whatever it took to end up in jail, because from jail, I can't do anything. So I still stand by what I said, is that I did everything that I could with the knowledge that I had, and within the legal rights to Ruby and Kevin. The one person.
That sentence doesn't even make sense. What the legal rights of me? What?
So I still stand by what I said, is that I did everything that I could with the knowledge that I had, and within the legal rights to Ruby and Kevin.
Within the legal rights to Ruby and Kevin. What are you even saying? Like, what are you even saying? What? It's, anyways, okay. I don't.
One person that could have done something within his legal right was Kevin. We had zero contact with him. It was Kevin's job to check in on things, and he did not. So when
What? Bitch! Oh man, this makes me so angry. You know, I hope she feels like an ass when she finds out that Ruby did the same thing to him. I don't know if you guys have raise your hand if you've been in an abusive relationship. Because these people like cut you off from everybody. Like just abusive relationships, okay? We hear about it all the time. Think of like a cult as a very long-term abusive relationship. Okay? You get separated from anybody and everybody that might change the reality of which the person that's abusing you wants you and makes you believe is what is facts. Point blank period. Okay? Like Kevin we'll listen to what the lawyer says, but like we'll get to it. This is a poor me thing, and I'm gonna put the blame on Kevin because that's easy to do. From what I understand, even from this other YouTuber that talked about these weird sex party things, it's a whole fucking thing. I don't know if we'll get to it, whatever. But like Kevin was kind of passive and kind of was there. Again, doesn't mean like you shouldn't stand up for them. But again, off of Adam Steed's testimony, it would make sense that Kevin just kind of stopped trying and gave up because he was broken down so much by Jodi and probably also Ruby. Yeah. I mean, there's stories. I think there's a video of Kevin like washing the dishes because he knew if like he washed the dishes, his wife Ruby would like give him like a dog that does tricks and gets a treat. And like he knew like if he did like little things like that, like then he could get sex. But then she would like withhold like thanks and, you know, paying attention to that shit. And then, you know, now we're here where he's been separated from his kids and now they're in a fucking thing. So it's a whole fucking thing. I don't think Moody, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about like my parents and stuff. I think when you're in a fucking thing, right? You got the mom, dad, and the kids. And the mom is the mom, and the dad is the dad, and the dad goes to work, and the mom's at home and raise the kids. That's her responsibility to raise the kids. And then you have this advisor, right? Which it's been theorized that when the son was sent to that camp, it was possibly and probably at the advice of Jodi, which Jodi is not the one to get mental health fucking advice from, obviously. Jodi's the one that she got arrested with. It would make sense that slowly over time, what Ruby had been doing and saying was key versus Kevin and his role in the family, because even when Ruby said that they should separate and he essentially had to move somewhere else, he was paying her. Like, he was giving her money, even though they were probably making money off of this connection site or whatever. Like Adam said, like, he was forced to sleep on his floor in his own living room for a house and stuff that he fucking purchased. And then, like, they would twist and tell him that he was doing all these things that wasn't happening. But legally, he was doing it that way to, like, Jodi was doing it that way to, like, just destroy this guy's life. And I think that Ruby had pushed him away just like she had pushed the sisters away. Again, I don't know. I wasn't there. But it makes sense. For me, at least, personally, right? Because, like, she's never wanted to be a mom, clearly. She's talked about it kind of over the years. She didn't want to have, like, another kid, and they end up having another kid because he wanted another kid type thing, right? And then they have the kids, and it's a whole fucking thing, and YouTube, whatever. Obviously, like I said, she probably has things of sociopathy or whatever, but I think this is a long burn that it's so much easier when you're not the one being abused to be like, oh yeah, like, I should have known, right? Like, yeah, like, it's with, like, my mom. Like, yeah, I should have known, you know, or even my dad. Like, I should have known, like, that what they had said and done and essentially, like, punished me for wasn't even true. And I asked my mom about it, too, recently about something. I said, was this even fucking real? Like, did this even happen? Like, I swear to God, that's not even what, like, that wasn't even a thing. And she said, yeah, no, I'm pretty that was, like, 100% fake. It was used to tear me and you apart. Mind you, this is a very traumatic experience that I went through that, like, emotionally left me numb for, like, weeks. And the first day was, like, I didn't even have energy to stand up. I was just fucking out of it. Okay? So when you're in it and these people, the powers that be, are telling you that that's what it is and that's how it's supposed to be because that's, you know, the husband and wife role, whatever, and all that shit, right? It's a lot easier to be like, oh, you know, the kids, you should have been there. Yeah, of course he should have fucking been there. But I think if, quote, saving your marriage is letting the wife do whatever the wife's doing, because that's what you're being fucking manipulated into, and you're just trying to do your best you can and providing for the family still, even though you're not even there, you know, it's hard. This shit's fucking, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's not very one-dimensional. Of course, like, I think Kevin does love his kids. I think it's just, it's like my parents getting a divorce. Like, they're just gonna have to relearn whatever the fuck it is that they don't even fucking know. And I could only imagine, because I at least got to fucking figure that out at 26, 27 years old. And these are people in their, like, 40s, 50s having to fucking understand what the fuck happened. Oh. All right, that's my TED Talk. I'm sorry. I can keep going.
Say that Ruby and Kevin and Jodi and connections have been destroying our lives offline for the last 3 years. That is exactly what they've been.
Okay, I actually kind of believe that. I actually believe that they've been doing malicious stuff. I don't know about Kevin. Well, I know Kevin was a lot more involved with Connection, but like I said, I think Jodi knew what she was fucking doing, dude. Jodi got what she was doing. Okay, hold on. Self-promo. That's not self-promo. All right. Oh, God. This woman gives me a headache.
Doing, causing turmoil within our family. We would talk in circles because nothing made sense. Nothing made sense of what they were saying, of what they were doing. And it was off the wall. We couldn't make sense of what they were doing and why. And this is where my anger comes in. Their actions have cast the worst light on me, on other members of
I should have played, like, the dead air video I made for Jessica today. That would have been fucking funny. Hold on. I'll have to play that later. I should play that for every time I'm fucking, like, not talking during stream. That's so funny. And
it was off the wall. We couldn't make sense of what they were doing and why. And this is where my anger comes in. Their actions have cast the worst light.
their actions have casted the worst light on me. Their actions have casted the worst light on me. Their actions have casted the worst light on me. Did she understand that, like, there's kids that were hurt? You can even broadly say it. You don't have to directly talk about it. You can just say, hey, I'm hurt by, so far, what I've heard of the victims related to the story. It's pretty simple, I think. Her anger on me, this makes me look so bad. Yeah, exactly, Sleek the Geek. Like, what are you even saying, dude? Fuck them kids. Think of how it makes me look. Dude, this is why the other sister fucking video was so much better, because she makes me fucking infuriated. She makes me fucking angry. Me, and me, and me, and me. Like, this reminds me of, like, my parents. I think I've talked about this a million times. I know I keep bringing up my parents, because, lol, trauma. But, no, it's like when they were like, moving to Vegas was like the worst decision you ever made. Oh, really? Really? I wouldn't have changed it for the world. I tell them all the time, I would have endgamed. I say it, but I obviously say it the other way. If I would have stayed in California. No doubt about it. Absolutely no doubt about it. If I'd moved back any sooner, no doubt about it. That's how miserable these people made me. And then they got a divorce and neither one of them could figure out what the fuck they're doing. Well, my dad's got a new girlfriend. My mother is unable to sit still. Stay grounded, y'all. All right, let's keep going.
On other members of our family. And I have decided that I am no longer allowing them to have any control over what I do. I didn't post because I physically couldn't. I physically could not turn.
You literally posted the day after. Actually, according to this other YouTube video that I had somewhere, duplicate tab. Okay, wait, hold on. I gotta slowly close out of these. Pin tab, my side of the story. You can close out the sisters. You can close out of this one. Pin this tab. Pin tab. We're gonna go into duplicate tab. We're gonna go here. Do this other fucking person that. Hold on. Oh shit. Hold on. It's gonna fucking start talking. Shoot. Hold on, y'all. My shit's gonna go hella slow. Give me 20 seconds. Oh my god, it's so fucking AIDS. Fuck. Oh, 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 feels like today, I know. Where's that fucking video at, dude? Oh, was it this one? Dead air? No. Confronting entirely. Okay, no. Oh, this one. This video. This bitch. I love this bitch. This video fucking killed me, bro. She's fucking based. Hold on. I think, I don't know if it's just because I've actually sat through all this shit with I've sat through all this shit with the actual, like, victims of Jodi. That's the thing, is there is a bigger picture. I can't stream as often as I would like to. Oh my god, what the fuck, bro? Where the fuck is this video? Where can't I find this fit? Okay, hold on. Hold on, you guys. Hopefully this isn't, if it is super laggy, I apologize. But just for the sake of, real quick.
I'm really firm about is that we expect a lot from the kids in the way they act, the way they talk, the way they are. We have high standards and high demands. But in the same time,
They are
we
given
give them
everything.
the world. The world.
We give them everything. Except probably love and affection. I've heard that before. We buy you everything.
You set your
We let you, we pay for your schooling.
rules of what
Bitch, I fucking hated school.
You want, and you don't deviate from those.
Never.
When you're hungry, I feed you.
Welcome to
When you're hungry, I feed you. That's fucking excellent.
general
on.
public wants and has been asked.
Where is this fucking part at? Hold on.
Because once the door was down and you got in the house and saved the kids, there would be proof of what's going on. I guarantee it. Somewhere in that house there was proof that these kids were not being taken care of. These kids were being neglected. And then you wouldn't be a criminal. They wouldn't arrest you. You would be a hero for saving these kids. I think Bonnie is giving us a little bit of an excuse here.
So I still stand by what I said, is that I did everything that I could,
A lot at this point.
and within the legal rights to Ruby and Kevin, the one person that could
Oh, here. I found it.
decided that I am no longer allowing them to have any control over what I do. I didn't post because I physically couldn't. I physically could not turn my camera on. I physically could not come up with a structured thought in my mind. I felt completely out of my mind.
What is she talking about? She did post a video. She actually filmed that video the same day, I believe, the same day Ruby was arrested, because I have some news footage of Bonnie in the same outfit standing outside of Ruby's house.
This has hurt every single person.
Get owned, loser. Alright, let's fucking get through this video. I'm gonna have to put it at 2x speed because I can't. She makes me want to blow my brains out.
My camera on. I physically could not come up with a structured thought in my mind. I felt completely out of my mind. This has hurt every single person in our family, and watching it hurt my husband makes me mad. I have stood by Joel's side, building our home, and it sounds incredibly selfish to, given all the facts, be thinking of our house. But also, I have watched him put his heart and soul and every waking minute for the last couple of years on this project, and I will not allow Ruby and Kevin and Jodi and Connections to take away one more thing. And so we wake up in the morning.
It's nobody's asking you to. Literally nobody. Nobody cares about that. Nobody's ever asked you to do that. You allowed it to happen, which is fine, understandable. But you taking everything as a personal slight, you lost the plot, dude.
We take our kids to school, and we come and we work on the house, and in the meantime and in between, we do everything that we can to be involved, but there is only so much that we're allowed to do. So you better believe that for my husband, we will push forward. We will move on. Not because it feels good anyway. It feels horrible. It feels horrible coming into the house and working on things and even thinking of anything else, all while every news outlet, every national news outlet, people coming out of the woodworks making claims that are just so beyond ridiculous that there is no comment. It is so stupid that there is no comment.
Ma'am, you are a Mormon. You understand? Do you understand? Like, do you? It's not stupid. It's part of every news cycle. I mean, like, for fuck's sake, like, how many fucking things are said about the fucking Kardashians on a daily, okay? How many times do you see, like, people get viral and then they know every fucking thing about them? Are you that fucking out of touch that you just don't know that there's, like, when things like this happen, which, by the way, is a high probability when you have over 1 million subscribers and your sister also had 2 million subscribers, okay? These are very high probabilities when you're a person with high traffic and popularity. It's just inevitable. Oh God, and the shit I've heard fucking worse is not great, bro. Not great.
3 years ago, Ruby and Kevin cut our family off, and eventually they cut Kevin's family off as well. And I thought that was going to end my mom. She literally had a heart attack. She went into kidney failure. Her body was shutting down because it broke her. So you can only imagine what she is going through now, how we are all feeling now. And I'll only speak for myself, but Ruby and Kevin are not where my concern lies anymore. So it is difficult to have the blame put on us when these are not the actions of us. These are not the actions that we did. And I get people wanting to put blame somewhere. I do. They want to blame someone. There's only one person that could have helped, and he didn't. What he was doing all that time when him and Ruby were separated is beyond me.
Wait, are you serious? Wait, are you serious? Are you for real? It's beyond you because you're not fucking paying attention to the right things. You're like, oh, they're writing horrible things about me and my family. But yet, you haven't watched 5 minutes of another interview of any of Jodi's fucking victims. You piece of fucking shit loser, okay? Go fuck yourself. Go watch anything that they have to fucking say. Because, mind you, as much as, like, I don't think Jesse fucking identifies with the Mormon church or whatever the fuck, as much as Jesse doesn't, that the niece of Jodi doesn't identify with church or whatever. I don't know what they do or don't believe in. Whatever, it's on them. But, like, I don't think that, like, Adam Steed, I think that's his name, like, necessarily completely gave up on the church. Like, you can go find people. Like, I'm not necessarily religious, but, like, I still have, like, a compass of, and a grounding in the church. And there's nothing that's going to take that away. Just because I partake in other things doesn't mean it's going to take it away from me. I know who I am. I am good people. That's the whole point of the fucking Bible. That's the whole point of why Jesus was on earth. Yada, yada, bullshit, right? Like, it's not so strict. Like, this is the thing. It's like the Mormon church, and especially, like they've said, this is like me listening to them, their fucking opinions are that the church and most churches or fucking cults or societies or collections of people are fucking based off of fucking shame, which shame breeds fear. Fear of having shame is pretty fucking horrifying. I understand. I don't even want to try to be in a relationship for this whole fucking fact of the matter that it might bring on fucking a feeling of fucking shame because I can't, whatever the fucking my demons are, right? Like, there's things that happen in life that you do and you don't do because of fear, because of whatever, but you want to blame that you want to, after you've talked to Sherry, put blame on the dad, right? And all this shit. You haven't seen anybody else talk? I mean, just go on JodiHildebrandt.com, dude. There's fucking testimonies on testimonies on testimonies. You don't think your brother-in-law's involved? Bro, no wonder he didn't fucking go to you guys. I wouldn't either. Fuck off.
I will not let Marie and Kevin and Connections and Jodi take one more thing away from me. So you better believe I will continue to post, because if that is what tiny control I have left, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take control and do what I feel. It doesn't feel good to not know what's ahead. That is not a comforting feeling. I'm not even trying to find comfort at this point. I am focused on putting one foot in front of the other, 1 hour at a time, not even a day at a time, 1 hour at a time. I am focusing on what I can control, which is the environment that I have for my children. And that is the only thing that gets me up and out of bed every day, is my 4 children. So I will continue to.
Damn, dude, you should have some more reasons to fucking live, dude. I'm just saying. Like that. I don't, like, that's not, like, your family is not the reason. Like, you should be proud of the life as a whole. You shouldn't just say my only reason for living is your kids. Jesus Christ. This is what I'm saying systematically. This is just not it.
I'm just putting my kids and Joel first and helping in any way that I possibly can outside of that. I am not my sister. I am not my sister's mistakes.
So that's that. I. That's a lot of I's. It's pretty fucking I's. I. All right. That was fucking atrocious. I want to fucking blow my brains out. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for putting me through that. It was a lot, okay? My brain hurts, and I want to just make it not hurt anymore. To be fair, though, my brain's been hurting a lot lately with working and shit. Yeah. I'm gonna give helmet check. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm just gonna send him my fucking playlist, and he can have it. Do 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 do. All right, nope, that's not what I wanted. This one, there you go. Save. Let's do this. Share. Copy link. Anyways, do this. Send it. Okay, let's go. How's everybody doing? Doing good? Dead air? You guys want to see my dead air fucking clip I made for Jessica? It fucking killed me inside. I thought it was funny.
Wow.
Dead air, dead air. Dead air, dead air. Dead air, dead air. Jesus, that's a lot of dead air. Jesus, that's a lot. I got her on 1.5. Did it mute? What happened? What's going on? I don't remember.
Did it earlier in your live stream, and I was thinking maybe you had mic problems or something.
Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy crap. I think I remember that, and I thought that it was. I did the same thing I just did, and I was like, "What's going on? Did it mute? What's going on? What's going on?" Holy Crayola. Okay. Goodness gracious. Carry on.
Oh, Pizzle, we love you. I love her. She put it on her YouTube page, which I thought was kind of funny. Okay, the next one we'll watch because when I need my brain to stop fucking feeling like it's gonna pop out of my skull, is closing this, opening this. I'm gonna close out of Twitter because I do not need it. So we're gonna watch Jessie speak. Jessie is the niece of Jodi, who is the business partner. And Jesus Christ, my brain is fucking frozen. Real quick, hopefully I'm trying to get pause. No.
When was the last time you...
No. Okay. So this is Brian Schnee or something like that. Hold on. Of course, as soon as I fucking put away my phone. Not that one. Following, Brian Schnee, SCHNEE. They have been putting a lot of really good fucking coverage of ins and outs and arounds of this story, and I am a fan. Okay. Hey May, hi Purple. She sounds like a Wisconsinite. That's great. Hi Purple. Yeah, right. Hi. I don't know what, where are all my viewers, you guys? I'm just kidding. I'm not being that person. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be. I apologize. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Yeah, Pizzle's last video was fucking great. She literally took a shot in the middle of the video. It was kind of hilarious. Okay. So let's watch this one. I don't know. I gotta, I was hoping Zonia would be posting their video, soon. Their coverage of the Ico shit. But, they haven't yet, which is fine. You know, God bless them. Or, not God bless them. I need to stop saying that. I feel like it's not good to say that because of everything. It's got a bad taste in my mouth now. And I don't like it, you know? Makes me sad. Yeah, so this is Brian Schnee or whatever, SCHNEE. I could put the link in there, whatever. And put the link in there, and I am going to play this because it's really good. Jessie was the first one to go on Mormon Stories. Mormon Stories has been doing a lot of the coverage of all of this, as far as, and is very sensitive and mindful and cautious of like the people coming in and talking and just pretty much having like what is it called? Having respect for the people coming in and talking and such. So we are going to watch this because they go by they, them. They were interviewing for a good amount of time, and it was it's a good interview. And then the Adam one was way intense. They're just both fucking really intense interviews. So we will keep going.
When was the last time you either saw, spoke to, or in a way heard from Jodi? Has it been a long time?
It's been a long time. I think it was a family member's wedding, like probably over a decade ago.
You were also under her care at one point, right?
Yeah, I was left in her care when I was a teenager, for a little under a year.
Have you met Ruby before?
No, I've never met Ruby. This is the first time I've ever even heard of her. I have gone and watched at least some of her videos. They're very difficult to watch just for my own experience with that form of therapy. It's quite triggering, to be honest. So I've never met her, but the things that she is saying and regurgitating are very, very familiar to me. It's interesting to watch I understand this, but it's interesting to watch the world respond to her and kind of putting her at the forefront. And I understand that she's the mother of these children, and it makes sense. But the philosophies and the therapeutic modalities that she's using are Jodi's. And these are not new. These are not, this is a pattern that Jodi has been engaged with for at least 14 years. I don't know if there are other people that she's used these on, but she's definitely taught. I know that she teaches parents to use these types of therapies, as she would call them. So yeah, it's been a really interesting experience watching everyone focus on Ruby, and I understand why. But this is Jodi. These are Jodi's words. These are Jodi's ideas. These are over decades old. So yeah.
Is that why you've called Jodi the mastermind behind all of this?
Yes. That doesn't excuse Ruby's involvement and her perpetuating these beliefs and these systems, but
Would you say she's got Abby's profile picture on her arm? Where? Kind of, yeah. A little bit. I love her their aesthetic, like, is really sick. Like, it's very reminiscent of myself. I don't know, like, that's strange. It's just, the vibe is, like, very similar, and I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. Kind of explain why later, I guess. I mean, weird is not the right thing. It's just a odd experience, honestly, to kind of see someone else explain bad things that happened. You know, Pez is gone. Stop it. It's they, them. Okay, they, them. Pez, have some respect.
Ruby didn't come up with this. Ruby obviously supports it and has used these on her children. But this is coming from Jodi.
In short, can you describe what you mean? Like, which practices are you talking about? Just to make sure we're clear, because I know there's a lot out there. So which ones are you talking about that you've seen, that you're hearing about pertaining to her children, that you're familiar with too?
Sure, yeah. So the things that I experienced while living with Jodi, I experienced being tied. I experienced being duct taped. I experienced being blindfolded. I experienced severe isolation. I experienced severe emotional, spiritual, and psychological abuse. I experienced the being told I shouldn't be around other people, being told that I was dangerous to be around. People were afraid of me to the point where I was afraid of myself. I was physically, I was forced to sleep outside in the snow. I was, like I said, isolated for up to 12 hours a day. If someone spoke to me directly, if I wasn't wearing duct tape on my mouth, I had to just stare at them and not respond, because she also had systems of people that would report back to her if I broke any of these rules. And her whole thing, which is deeply, darkly ironic, is that everything stems from shame and how horrible shame is, and that all of the reason, like all of mental illness, all tics, so like OCDs, addiction, everything stems from shame, which is just horrifying because she is the greatest perpetuator of shame. She also, and this is like a very deep connection and why I chose to come forward to the media rather than just staying with the podcast. She accused me of being a sex addict. She accused me of being addicted to masturbation, to the point where I wasn't allowed to, I mentioned this on the podcast, to the point where I wasn't allowed to use tampons. I never was allowed privacy unless I was isolated. So that included the bathroom. I was never allowed to have the door closed because she was convinced that I was just constantly masturbating. She was convinced that I was addicted to porn. I had never seen porn at that point in my life. I didn't even know that people with my anatomy could masturbate. Like I had no idea any of this stuff, but I just believed her because she used religion and God as a mode of control.
All right, so this is all kind of a good point to oh god, my neck is killing me, you guys. I'm sorry. Hold the fuck on. Oh my god. So if y'all have been watching or keeping up, essentially, oh my god. The Ruby had accused their kid, I don't know which one, I'm assuming the son, of like doing SA to like 20 odd people or kids or whatever. And I had personally expressed that I believed that he probably had been forced to admit that he had done that as a reason for what Jodi ended up doing to them later on. And obviously not like Ruby fought back or whatever, but pretty much essentially the point I'm trying to get to is that it always seemed for me personally like it was coercion, a coerced confession, and that like it doesn't make any sense that like a kid would even know what, because that was like their thing, is that they said, so Ruby had pretty much accused, pretty much expressed in juvenile court, the one that would pretty much talk about the custody of the kids, with Kevin, whatever, the, CPS, all that stuff. And there she expressed that he had been a sexual deviant, or, he first watched, porn or whatever at the age of 3 and all this shit, right? Which, mind you, if you fucking put in a few fucking factors, right? The fact that there was no fucking phones or electronics pretty much ever, or like hardly used in that home. We've seen the videos of the kids talking about how they have no friends and that the phones were taken away and yada yada yada, right? And that what 3-year-old, and the first thing they're gonna do is go on the hub. Like, what even is that fucking conversation? And knowing Jodi's pattern of accusing people of sex acts and blowing it into a way bigger fucking thing than it is, to pretty much just shame them into silence, makes sense as to why. I mean, it's not sensical. Obviously, it's nonsensical. Makes sense as to why the kids, why they would believe that, and why that it would be so broken. Like, when he breaks, I feel bad. I feel sad, and I'm bad. And I'm gonna keep playing. My whole point of that is that this kind of backs up a lot of the why as to why this is what it is right now, I guess.
And a mode to manipulate. And so I just believed all of these things. So her ability to convince you of these neuroticisms and these behaviors is, and I was a teenager. And so a child in that position of being told this over and over and over and over again, which I'm certain he was, stood no chance. She also, because of what the abuse and torturing that was going on, and the belief that she had that I was doing something more. So her rationale to the severity of these punishments and this physical and emotional abuse was, she wanted to make my life, and this is like her quote, like this is what she would tell me all of the time. She wanted to make my life so uncomfortable that it would force the sin out, that it would force me to confess. So things continuously got worse and worse and progressively more and more intense as a way to get me to confess, because she believed that if I had confessed everything, if all of my sins were out and in the open, that I would be getting better. And I was declining like very fast, exponentially. And so she just kept ramping it up. And so to hear Ruby tell the world that her child is a sex addict, a predator, and has been addicted to porn since he was 3 years old, it just echoes exactly the things that she was telling me and telling everyone around me. And I know that I think if I don't know if I got this right, but I'm pretty sure that she's saying that he even confessed to it. Well, I also confessed to things that I didn't do as a way of trying to get the abuse to stop. Because when she's like drilling it into you both psychologically and physically that there's more, and it will stop once you tell her, because that's what she would tell you. Like in the middle of the abuse, she'd be like, I'll stop as soon as you tell me. As soon as you tell me what's going on, what you did. Oh, she was also convinced that I had abortions. She was she made me do 12-step because she was convinced I was an addict, like a drug addict as well. I'd never done drugs. I'd never had sex. Again, I didn't know that masturbation was even possible. I had no idea what these things were. So I just started making things up as a way, as like trying to get this to stop, because I had no one there to help me and to save me. And I think I even said that on the podcast, that I was making things up. And when I spoke to the detective down in St. George days ago, I told her that as well. It's like and so even if he had confessed, it cannot be taken seriously, because this child was being tortured. And I'm certain that she echoed those words of like, if you tell me, I will stop. So what is happening, it just echoes so close to home of what, because she's saying that he even confessed to it. Well, I also confessed to things that I didn't do as a way of trying to get the abuse to stop. Because when she's like drilling it into you both psychologically and physically that there's more, and it will stop once you tell her, because that's what she would tell you. Like in the middle of the abuse, she'd be like, I'll stop as soon as you tell me. As soon as you tell me what's going on, what you did. Oh, she was also convinced that I had abortions. She was convinced she made me do 12-step because she was convinced I was an addict, like a drug addict as well. I'd never done drugs. I'd never had sex. Again, I didn't know that masturbation was even possible. I had no idea what these things were. So I just started making things up as a way, as like trying to get this to stop, because I had no one there to help me and to save me. And I think I even said that on the podcast, that I was making things up. And when I spoke to the detective down in St. George days ago, I told her that as well. It's like and so even if he had confessed, it cannot be taken seriously, because this child was being tortured. And I'm certain that she echoed those words of like, if you tell me, I will stop. So what is happening, it just echoes so close to home of what she did to me. And the repercussions, the emotional and physical repercussions of those actions, like the fact that she can, because the thing that's so sinister about this is that it can't be disproven. So even if like she goes to prison, his name is cleared, it will never be fully cleared, because it cannot be disproven. So this is going to potentially follow him for the rest of his life. So even with those children being taken out of her care, she is still abusing them. And so with whatever is happening, whatever did happen, I can guarantee you it's not what she's saying.
Her business, Connections Classroom, is this the same approach she uses for all of her patients as well that are not family or not Ruby's kids, as far as you know?
I don't know the intricacies of what she promotes and what she teaches on Connections Classroom. If it's anything even close, then I mean, I'm certain that there's going to be.
Sorry, I was talking and I made myself muted. Niece. The niece is a they them. But that's like what they're, you know.
Parallels. I'm certain, I know that she believes that all shame should be punished. And I know that like that, so like I wouldn't be surprised. I really don't know. I've stayed away as much as possible from her and her world, to just heal and to try to salvage any life that I could possibly live, post living with her.
With that said, it sounds like this wasn't really a secret, though. Obviously, you knew about these teachings. Other people in her family, probably both families I've been hearing, knew about some of these practices or had heard of. Why do you think it took?
What's the word for a they them? That's your sibling child. Your sibling child. I don't know. A lot of people just usually tend to call them by their names. If that makes any sense. Yeah. Yep.
To 2023 for a child to escape, go to a neighbor's house, call 911, and now this is a thing. Like, why did it take this long?
I think it's a combination of quite a few things. One, the church supports her. She's been promoted by the church, and people trust the church.
Yep.
Members trust their bishops, they trust their stake presidents, and a lot of these people, most people that are going to therapy, if not all, are in a vulnerable position. And she is remarkably convincing. She is also terrifying if you cross her, because she has and will systematically destroy your life. She destroys your reputation. She destroys any of your credibility. So even, because there are definitely people that have been speaking out against her.
But does it say nibbling? Oh god, it's nibbling is a gender neutral term used to refer to a child of one sibling as a replacement for niece or nephew. I'm assuming that they've been comfortable with niece because of the, oh god, what the fuck? Hold on. Let's do more from the story related. No. Really? Where the fuck is it? Oh, here. Because the... Oh, yeah. The Mormon story one. God, hold on. Let me just do this. Let me do this so you guys can kind of see what. Okay, so this is like the channel that they did the first. They did the first. What the fuck? The first interview on, and it says, oh god, okay. It says niece. This was on the Mormon Stories podcast. It says niece. So I'm assuming that they've been okay with it because he was very adamant of expressing that they go by they them. And that's why it's like drilled in my head because I wanted to make sure I was saying that right. Yeah.
mean, she lost her license because of someone speaking out in 2012. Like, this is not, she's not just, everyone's not just been like, okay, yeah, for sure, free, fair game, free for all. People have been criticizing her. That's just that no one has listened. Because one, we have a culture of people not believing children and not
True.
trusting children. And also, children trust their parents, and then the parents trust the church. So there's been, and Jodi, what she does, that's
Oh,
so,
she says niece. They said niece is fine. Per she explained they explained it as try. Yeah. Well, Moody, you just messed up that whole sentence, bro. Let me tell you. I'm just fucking around. Yeah, that's I get it. I get it to a degree. I get it. She actually they made me understand a lot of why I have a hard time with labels, because I don't need to identify as anything. It just whatever. I'm very existing, right? The qualities of who I am is enough for me. But it's fascinating because I was like, well, you don't really have much of an identity and this shit and blah 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 blah. I won't go into it, but yeah.
tricky is that she utilizes and uses whatever is available. So if you go to her with OCD, if you go to her with severe depression, she'll use that information as a way of control. Oh, you have OCD because you have deep-rooted shame. And those tics are happening because the shame has nowhere to go. And so it's coming out in this neuroticism. And then, or let's say like you told her that you lied, which is a normal human thing that we've all done. That doesn't make you a liar. Oh, well, you lied. You're a liar. Now everything you say is a lie and you can't be trusted. And she also separates people. She keeps people so they can't talk and corroborate. Like it is so vile and tricky and ingenious. Like Jodi is she is a very unwell person. I don't know her exact diagnoses, but I know that she's been diagnosed with a plethora of things. And yeah, so it's devastating because I went forward as well. I mean, I went to the police when I was 16. I tried to do what I could, and no one believed me. Because why would they? She destroyed my credibility. I was an angry teenager, and now I'm just you're just like an emotional, angry teenager and she had told people that I destroyed my family's life, that I destroyed my dad's life, that every person I come in contact, I destroy. So she sets up the premise. And then when I come forward and try to tell people like, this is what's happening, she can be like, oh, see, Jesse's trying to destroy my life is what they do. It just all adds up. So she's so good at protecting those loopholes and discrediting people.
Is that why you think maybe other members of both families still won't speak out publicly about this right now and are staying quiet? Or do you think it's a fear thing or just want to stay out of it? Is there any thought process on that?
I can't speak to why people aren't. I know the culture of my family. I think that it's probably probably a number of things. Some people, I think it's just that they themselves have been harmed so much by her and they want to stay. They just want to live their life and not be dragged into this. Other members, it could be fear. I can't say. All I can say, and again, the only reason why I'm coming forward, I was not planning on coming forward to the media other than just doing the podcast interview, is when I heard that Ruby accused her child of this, and I just hope that this can give the public some context and some clarity of what is happening and why they should not believe her.
Yep.
So 6 charges of aggravated child abuse.
That's what dude, this is such a good interview. Like, it's such a good interview. Moody Morgan, they are very well spoken. Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. Like, yeah. But this is kind of what I was saying earlier for those who are still here, that like the separating of families and people from each other and villainizing all these people from other people to other people it's a lot more complex than just like, oh, this is happening and I don't know how to explain it, I guess. It's just a lot more complex than, oh, well, the dad should have been there, when it's not like they weren't trying to, they wouldn't have been there if they were in the realm of being able to do so, I guess, is the best way of putting it, without me doing it too hard, because apparently my brain is shutting down slowly. Good God, bro. Bro, what? Something going on. Something in the water in Utah, bro. Let me just say.
Table. I'm sure you're not a legal expert. I'm not either, but I've talked to a number of attorneys just kind of about this case, more about the hype of the case, because it's obviously gotten a ton of attention because of Ruby's profile, right? Because of the high profile aspect of the YouTube channel. And that's why I think it's interesting we're talking about Jodi, because Ruby's got, as you mentioned, is getting the spotlight in a weird way. And Jodi, as you mentioned, is behind a lot of the tactics. Do you feel like 6 felony charges, I mean, in your mind, is that enough punishment for what is alleged against them?
I mean, I don't think that it's the full scope. I mean, including my own child abuse that I experienced. I mean, I want justice, and I want fair justice. So I want everything that she has done, that both of them have done, to be held accountable.
Fair enough.
Whether that be 6, 12, 18, however many. I just want to see that she is held accountable for the things that she has done. But I personally believe that is not covering everything that she's done. And I can say that because I know that she's not being held accountable for what she did to me. In the legal system, I mean.
How closely are you following this? Are you looking every day to see if there's something new that's put out? I mean, where is your mindset at with the case, so to speak?
Yeah, I'm not following it every single day. I'm trying to navigate just my own emotional safety in all of this. I'm trying to stay up to date. I have people that have sent me things that feel a little bit more safe in being more aware of what's going on. And so like when something big does come out, like with Ruby's accusations, I had someone sent that to me. And I was saying something, I'm trying to navigate just my own emotional safety in all of this. I'm trying to stay up to date. I have people that have sent me things that feel a little bit more safe in being more aware of what's going on. And so like when something big does come out, like with Ruby's accusations, I had someone sent that to me. And
I'll be watching Spurgs at this hour. Oops, this is serious coverage. GG. I wonder the sentence is for each of those charges. From what I understand, it's like 60 years. Okay. Belle, oops, serious coverage. I'm fucking dead. I was gonna do Aiko, but I might do Aiko tomorrow. I'm gonna touch base with someone and then see when or what. And if not, then I gotta figure out a way to do it for you guys. Which means I'm probably gonna be working on that a lot tonight because I'm off tomorrow because I'm going to a concert tomorrow. So I will have all day tomorrow to just put my face into a computer and edit it down the best I can because I'm going to, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great shit. And Belle, you're fine. I was just watching Spurgs at this hour. No, fucking Jesse's based, bro. 110%. So let's keep going.
I was sitting in the parking lot of Lowe's and I started having a panic attack because it was just so directly similar. I mean, the exact thing. This is exactly what she does. This is what Jodi does. And so now, because she's painted him as this thing, regardless of what comes out, like, he's no longer, I mean, I think hopefully the public can see through this and the judge can see through this. But that's the goal, is so that anything that he says is now no longer credible.
What do you think the public will ultimately take away from these two as it pertains to the court proceedings and such?
I mean, I just hope that Jodi is not sidelined in this, because she is so connected to what is happening. And yes, Ruby needs to be held accountable, because she made those choices. She's just as guilty. But Jodi's been doing this for much longer, and has patterns and history in this. So I just really hope that, yes, Ruby is the focus because of her high profile and because they're her children. But those children were, as far as I'm aware, I hope I got this right, were in Jodi's care. Like, this isn't, I just so hope that even though Ruby's the focus, I just hope that Jodi is not, that she's not able to slink away and just kind of fade into the background, because she's the foundation.
So that's that. That's a very short version of what Moody was saying as well, as far as the yeah. I don't know if I want to do this one. This is such a good interview. I actually kind of genuinely like this. See, this interview, at least from what I understand,
in my case,
is what
I found,
what I think, like, if they listen to the Adam Steed one or whatever, because Adam Steed doesn't, like, talk shit about Mormonism. And maybe I won't watch this. I'm kind of tired. I don't know. One's in the chat if we want to watch this. It's the lawyer of Kevin talking. Maybe we will watch it. We'll just watch it at 1.5. But I think it has some important details that are worth talking about. So, are we ready? Where is everybody tonight, man? It's fucking dead in here. All right. Let's go. I want to watch it. All right, let's go.
that as my kids got older and older and older, you know, wherever you live, there's this community, this network of parents, and I found myself constantly in comparison with other parents.
The attorney for Ruby Franke's husband, Kevin, comes on to explain his client's current situation, whether he played any role in the alleged abuse of their children, and when he spoke to Ruby Franke right before her arrest. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. So we're continuing our coverage of the Ruby Franke case, the 41-year-old Utah mother of 6 who rose to online fame when she and her husband, Kevin Franke, started a now defunct YouTube channel called 8 Passengers. It documented their lives, their parenting style, homeschooling. Well, now, Ruby Franke, along with her business partner and content collaborator, Jodi Hildebrandt, have each been charged with 6 felony counts of aggravated child abuse. Police were alerted after Franke's 12-year-old son escaped Hildebrandt's residence, ran to a neighbor asking for food and water. He was found emaciated with deep lacerations, duct tape on his extremities. This is really horrible stuff. But then it was compounded by the fact that when police arrived, they also found Franke's 10-year-old daughter in similar condition. Horrible story. But there is one person in this story that people are talking a lot about, and that is Kevin Franke. Now, while Ruby's husband has not been criminally charged by authorities, his role has taken center stage. It's got a lot of people talking. Well, joining me right now to unpack that is Kevin Franke's attorney, Randy Kester. Randy, thanks so much for coming here on Sidebar.
You're welcome.
I think the best place to start is, how's your client doing right now?
He's busy. He's struggling, trying to make sense out of what's happened to him in the last 13 months, and kind of coming out of a fog.
So, in other words, he was completely taken off guard by these allegations, completely shocked?
Absolutely shocked.
Where was he when he found out about this?
He was at work.
And how did he find out? He found out on the news? Did someone call him?
He got a call from Ruby.
He got a call from Ruby Franke?
Correct.
You mean while after she was arrested?
Before.
Can you elaborate on that?
Sure. She had heard what was going on and knew they were coming for her, and called him and said, this is an emergency, even though she had reached out to him for months and months and months before that. she reached out to him when it was an emergency, knowing she could rely on him to help his kids.
So in other words, you're saying she knew the police were coming to arrest her. She calls Kevin to say, take care of the kids. How did she know the police were coming? Because again, the reporting indicates is that her son had escaped that house and called and went to a neighbor, and that's when the authorities were alerted. Do you know how she knew they were coming?
I would never want to predict anything that she might know. Kevin doesn't know. He doesn't know. I don't know how she knew what was going down. All he knows is he got a text from her that said, emergency, need to speak with you. He was at work and text back and said, I'm at work. What's up? And she said, I need to speak to you immediately.
And then they spoke on the phone.
Correct.
And that's when she told him.
Well, actually, I think most of it was, yeah, they did speak on the phone.
So they spoke on the phone. And when she told him that the police were coming, what did he say?
She actually didn't say that. She just said, you need to get down here.
You need to get down here. And
So just to clarify, and if I need to slow this down, let me know, okay? Oh God, it's at 3 people. Oh my God. Just to clarify, right? This is Kevin getting a call from Ruby Frankie saying, actually, it was a call. It was a call, and I don't think he answered or something, or a text, and it told him to emergency and that she needed to call him, whatever. And he said he was at work or something, and then he said, like he was at work, and she said it was an emergency and that she needed to talk now, and then said that he needed to get to Ivan's, and then I think they get into it, but pretty much like, why do I have to get to Ivan's? So the kids are in, but she pretty much called him before she even got arrested, knowing that it was not good, which is weird that she had the foresight to call Kevin, right? Because if what they were doing was the truth and righteousness and all that stupid shit, why would she have to, why would she be worried about getting arrested?
Mm-hmm.
What did he say about that?
He said, down where? And when she told him that she was in Ivan's, he responded and said, what are you doing in Ivan's? And she then told him that the kids were down there, some of the kids were down there, and he needed to come down. And he said, well, how long have you been in Ivan's? He wasn't even told that she had taken the kids to Ivan's.
Let me unpack that a little bit. So, first of all, their current status, were they separated?
Correct.
They were separated, I read, for 13 months, so they weren't living with each other. How much was he seeing the kids?
Almost not at all. Actually, not at all.
Why is that? Why is that?
Because she told him it was better, that they needed to work on their marriage and needed to keep their family together, but that everything was better off with him not in the home and not communicating with the children.
If you can, why were they separated? What was the catalyst?
I probably shouldn't go into that. That's pretty private. Mm-hmm. But let's just say they had a difference of opinion about their family.
Parenting? I know you can't talk about it, but is it that kind of where we're going?
Correct.
Okay. So let me again.
And their own personal dynamic.
Okay. So he was living separate from her. Was he calling the kids? Because I think what a lot of people are looking at this and they're wondering, well, what did he know? So he might have been living separately from her for 13 months, but he wasn't calling the kids, checking in on the kids, seeing how they're doing? He's the father.
I totally.
This part is kind of where everybody kind of like, he wasn't calling or nothing. It's kind of sad. It's really fucking sad.
Understand that. That was the big question on my mind and the big question on a lot of people. If you read everything that's in the media, he's getting raked over the coals for that. But what people don't understand is that he was trying to preserve his marriage. He was taking direction from her. She's the one who asked him to leave the house and indicating that in order for him to be able to get back together with her and be a family, that she was requesting that he leave the home and that he not contact them or the children. Later told him that everything was blissful at home. It was so much better without him.
Did he ever believe that the kids were in danger? Did he ever believe that Ruby might have been doing something to the kids?
He had nothing to indicate that.
So again, I know you're limited in what you can say, but just again, piecing that together, if Ruby Frankie told Kevin that, it's better off he's not part of the home.
No.
And, that he lived separately from them and not to have. So again, I know you're limited in what you can say, but just again, piecing that together, if Ruby Frank told Kevin Ruby Frankie told Kevin that, you know, it's better off he's not part of the home, and, you know, that he lived separately from them and not to have any contact. He just took that as, okay.
Sorry, you guys, hold on.
And, you know, that he lived separately from them and not to have any contact. He just took that as, okay, that sounds like a good idea. Or did she prevent him in any way from seeing the kids? Did he want to see them and talk to them and she told him no?
Emotionally, she was controlling him because she knew how much he valued their marriage and valued their family, and it was his desire to be able to get back with the family and preserve his marriage. So he was taking direction from her, and her direction was, it's so much better off, and I think we can salvage our marriage if you just, for now, don't have communication with the kids, and I will communicate with you. I'll reach out to you when we need to have communication.
And even though they had a difference of opinion, possibly about parenting, that never gave him a concern to, hey, you know what, maybe I should check in? Because if it seemed like it was a big enough issue for them to separate, it didn't seem like an issue for him to check in on.
Kevin never had any reason to believe that his children were being abused. If he had even one inkling that his kids were being abused and that this separation wasn't for any other purpose than to figure out a way between he and Ruby to reunite their family, he would have been down there in 2 seconds.
Do they
he just
currently
simply had no idea?
He had no idea. He had no idea that this was going on.
No, physical abuse had never been a part of their family. But a lot of the dynamics between he and his wife changed after Jodi Hildebrandt partnered up with Ruby.
Let's talk about that for a second. First of all, before I get into Jodi, do Kevin, your client, and Ruby, have they been talking at all while she's in jail?
The last conversation they had was last Friday. And that's when, during that conversation is when he came.
Which, mind you, last Friday, I'll pause real quick. Last Friday was when, from this interview, right, is when, oh shit, my bad. Is when, oh god, okay, I can do English, I swear to god. Is when the sentencing, when the last court date was for Ruby and Jodi. Yeah, I can do English. Fuck yeah, bro. Give me 10 seconds. Your channel. I'm gonna pop out my chat. I can't fucking do this all at once. I need my chat. I need my chat. Sorry if it starts doing voices and stuff. Let me just mute this thing. Oh, it's muted already. Cool. Look at me go. Alright, cool. Everybody doing good? I should have been home forever ago. Fuck it. Whatever. We'll live. Oh dear God. Wait, oh dear God, what? Oh dear God, what? Thought we already talked about this. No God. We did the God thing. It didn't work out. It actually didn't work at all. Worked quite poorly. Okay? What? Why are you guys, what's the eyeballs? I can't, you guys are so, I can't see what's happening. Okay. I'm gonna close out of this. I'm gonna close out of this. I'm gonna close out of this, because now I got my thing that says the chat and shit, so I can see it. I'm gonna close out of this. I'm gonna close out of this. Jesus fucking Christ, so many fucking tabs. Alright. I wanted to watch, oh dear God. Oh dear God, what?
The last conversation they had was last Friday.
Last Friday.
And that's when, during that conversation, is when he came to his senses about how he'd been manipulated and deceived.
Are you saying he confronted her about these allegations?
To some degree. I don't know the entire contents of the conversation, but his discussion with me was that during that conversation, things were said that made him realize how he'd been deceived and misled. And as I told you earlier, he didn't even know the kids were in Ivan's.
You had just said that he knew that that Ruby and Jodi were working together.
Correct.
So how was he that shocked if he knew that they were working together and maybe she had brought the kids with him? I mean, did he not think that perhaps Ruby had taken the kids to Jodi's house?
No, but that's not what he just said. He just said, oh my god, okay, hold on. Oof. Okay, brain, you can do this. He just said that last Friday, I'm assuming on or around the juvenile hearing and or the bond hearing, that Ruby had been emotionally abusing him, emotionally fucking with him for who knows how long, and probably deceiving him, from what I'm gathering. And he just kind of had an aha moment, probably seeing her in fucking, a jumpsuit. I would too. And just seeing that she's just full of fucking dog shit. And that he probably feels like he probably just had the fucking, oh god. When you have that veil lift, man, it is the, it fucks with you, man. It really fucks with you. And maybe, hopefully, this makes it click for Kevin to, be a fucking amazing dad, Instead of passive and just existing. Maybe this sets it up so he can really be part of something good and better for his kids, and his kids can be better too. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm just being hopeful, I guess.
It's when he came to his senses about how he'd been manipulated and deceived.
Are you saying he confronted her about these allegations?
To some degree. I don't know the entire contents of the conversation, but his discussion with me was that during that conversation, things were said that made him realize how he'd been deceived and misled. And as I told you earlier, he didn't even know the kids were in Ivan's.
You had just said that he knew that Ruby and Jodi were working together.
Correct.
So how was he that shocked if he knew that they were working together and maybe she had brought the kids with him? I mean, did he not think that perhaps Ruby had taken the kids to Jodi's house?
Typically, she would tell him something like that, but she didn't. She'd have the kids down there from about late May, I think maybe June, until this all came about. And she didn't tell him one thing about taking the kids to Ivan's.
What does he say about Jodi Hildebrandt?
That she's manipulated him in conjunction with Ruby. That she's been kind of the spearhead toward essentially destroying his life and destroying his family.
How did Jodi and Ruby get connected? Does Kevin know?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Is Kevin believing that perhaps it was Jodi who was manipulating Ruby in this? Or because it also sounds like Kevin feels he was manipulated by Ruby. Is it just all the blame on Jodi?
I think it was a team effort, but with Jodi being the spearhead and creating a situation that's just caused all of this destruction of his family.
Why does he believe that Jodi is manipulative? What makes him believe that?
Probably shouldn't go into that, but we recently reviewed on another website an interview with Jodi's niece, who described to the public exactly what she had done, what Jodi had done to the niece and her family, and we're hearing other information that she's done this to a number of families. And it wasn't until this all came to light that Kevin came to realize that his family had also been victimized by Jodi.
Have the authorities reached out to your client?
Oh, certainly. He's interviewed with them.
And they see him as a potential witness?
They haven't said that. He was interviewed with them the day this all occurred.
And
He drove to St. George to get his children, and they met him and interviewed him.
I guess when people are looking at this and they know this is not an isolated incident, because you and I both know that the Frankies.
Jesus Christ. They're having this, like, I mean, the fucking, you know, the karma is in the fact that the husband right now has to be the one who also has to be. Okay, let me start over. Kevin now has to, or is the guy that is being exploited and, well, being on camera for everyone to see, to go through very hard things that is unexplainable and unimaginable for most, if not all of most people. And as much as that's like, you know, justice or whatever you want to call it, it's, for me, kind of, I mean, it's like the worst, like, version of, like, tragic. Like, how do you even navigate something like this when, again, everything you've been taught or told or thought was what it was is not actually what it is? And I don't know, man. It's just, there's a lot to navigate here, and I don't ever think it'll ever be as simple as, oh, well, you know, he should have known, and the kids, and da-da-da. Because I don't think, again, when you're in it, like, it's literally victim shaming in a way that, like, again, I'm not saying Kevin's completely innocent. I'm just saying that, like, when you're in an abusive situation, your reality is not what everybody else's reality is. Not that really any situation is, to be fair. But, like, your reality is not what anybody else's is, nor should it be, like, seen as that. And I think people doing that is kind of unfair. But, I mean, people are going to do that regardless, I guess, is a way of thinking about it. I just, I feel sad, man. I feel sad for these kids. I feel sad for everybody that, even throughout the years with Jodi, you know, having to, actually being affected by this fucking monster of a human being, if you can even call him that. Just sad, I guess, is the way of putting it. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going.
Under a close eye for quite some time. There were people who suspected that the kids were being abused or were treated too harshly. So even putting aside the arrest of Ruby Franke, your client was receiving criticism for quite some time over the parenting techniques. What has his response been to that?
There hasn't ever been an allegation that Kevin Franke has ever physically abused his children. And I think all these parenting complaints, those were investigated, and I think it's a subjective thing. Parenting, as everybody says, no one's ever written the perfect book on parenting. So while there may be some criticism of their parenting as being too strict or, you know, too demanding, that's been looked into, and there were never any DCFS charges filed. There was never any criminal charges filed, and particularly, and I want to emphasize this, Kevin Franke has never been accused of physically abusing anyone, including his children, nor have there ever been any allegations that he was doing that. He doesn't condone that kind of thing. He's a good dad. He just simply does not condone physical violence or that kind of treatment of children or anyone.
And he.
Interesting. I'm interested. How do I handle this? Not condone anybody. Are you responsible? You don't know. I mean, it's kind of fair, I guess. In a way. I understand what they're trying to say. Not doing a great job at it, but I mean, this attorney is not like the best at talking, which is fascinating because I don't understand it. Why can't I find this? Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once, which is my bad. Alright, hold on. Okay. Why does that sound super sus, what he just said? Because it's hard to express how your client, I guess is the way of putting it, is innocent when you are being told by most people that you're not, despite the fact that most of this situation is not like very God, it's like actually got so many layers, it's wildly fucking confusing. Hopefully I'm making sense. I'm kind of tired, to be completely fair, but anyways, I'm gonna finish this soon so I can kind of get to home and bed and stuff because I'm really tired. I'm exhausted, honestly. Alright, do that.
He's right now in touch with all of the kids.
That's all being sort of managed by the juvenile court.
Do they want to see him?
I can't tell you. I don't know. I know that he's had contact with his 2 older children, but as to the 4 younger ones, I even if I knew, I kind of made an agreement with the court that we wouldn't talk about the kids.
What about the older children? What has been the conversations between them and Kevin?
Well, they're kind of on their own, but they've had contact, but I'm not at liberty to disclose those conversations.
I mentioned the criticism that the Frankies were facing. The YouTube channel that they had was shut down. Did Kevin ever explain to you why that happened?
No, I have no understanding as to why that was taken down. I know after these incidents in Ivans, I believe that a lot of their material was taken down by the platform, but I haven't spoken to Kevin about that. I have no understanding as to what's going on with that right now.
The money that they made off of the show, I think Ruby had claimed at one point they were making a significant amount of money. Has Kevin ever spoken to you about that, about how profitable that show was?
Kevin was simply giving his earnings to Ruby that were going to support the family. Mm-hmm. He retained sufficient amounts of money to take care of himself while they were separated, but all the rest of that money was going to Ruby to support the kids. And he hasn't spoken to me about what amount of money was ever generated by that. He actually, pardon the phrase, but he actually disconnected from any involvement with Connections a year and a half ago, and hasn't had anything to do with 8 passengers for even longer than that.
I'm sure you know that there was a hearing last week where Ruby Franke, and I believe it was over Zoom, she made quite the allegations. She said that one of her children was abusing another one of the children, was abusing cousins and neighbors. That is quite the claim. What is your client's take on that?
Well, because it occurred during juvenile court proceedings, the reporter who snuck into the proceedings and reported that damaged these children and this family even more. It was despicable what they did in reporting that, and
yeah, I get owned law and crime.
Yeah, I have an agreement with the court that I won't speak about the children, and particularly won't speak about proceedings that occurred in the confines, the sanctified confines of that juvenile court. I'm not going to comment on that.
Okay. And Kevin, what are his steps right now to try to get the children back?
He's consulting with professionals. We're working in conjunction with the state of Utah through the juvenile court to work with them, to take direction from them about what they feel would be necessary to heal his family, and try to figure out a way, if possible, to reunify the family.
Has the rest of the family, the older siblings, have they agreed that perhaps that Kevin would be the best person to take care of the minor children?
you know what, I can't speak to that. They've had private conversations with their dad, and I'm just not at liberty to speak about that. I don't want to disturb those private conversations between he and his kids.
Does Kevin plan to attend the rest of this criminal process for Jodi and Ruby, the hearings, potential trial?
Well, the hearings are taking place down in Washington County, down in St. George, which is about a 2.5-hour drive from where Kevin lives. And so most of those, he's probably not going to attend. If they require him to attend, he'll go. But my guess is he probably isn't interested in attending those.
Does he plan to cooperate, or is this a situation where he may decide to plead the fifth and protect his rights?
Well, thus far he hasn't been accused of any crimes, and in my view, I don't think he's committed any crimes. So, and he's had pretty much full disclosure through the juvenile court, which my understanding of that discussion, he simply alleged that he's.
Wait, I said, I wasn't watching for like 10 minutes. I said, oh dear God, because I was reacting to something a lawyer said. Yeah. Wild shit, bro. Okay. Oh, God.
He hasn't committed any crimes, and I don't believe they believe that he has. The police haven't contacted me. No one's contacted me about him being charged with any crimes. But the system is what it is. We don't know what's upcoming, so we're having to be circumspect about what we say. And
the system is what it is. How fucking lame is that?
So in other words, law enforcement is given no indication whatsoever that they are looking at your client as a potential criminal defendant.
They've pretty much been silent, haven't said one way or the other.
So for a lot of people who are looking at your client, making assumptions about what he may or may not have done, what is the message that you want out there?
Just what I keep repeating, that if you get to know Kevin, he is an incredibly decent guy. He's been a great father. He's provided for this entire family, even during his absence. He's made sure that they.
Your reaction to my reaction was funny. I was confused. I didn't know what was going on. Anyways, okay, we're almost done, and then I gotta get home. I'm fucking exhausted.
To provide for whatever they needed. He's never been a violent person. He's never severely disciplined his children, and especially not in a physical way. And
there we go.
He's working hard to do what he can to restore his reputation after it's been destroyed and damaged, and he's getting raked over the coals by all of this, when in fact he himself was to some degree a victim of
Understood.
These psychological and mental manipulations that were.
Oh yes, let's do a bunch of fucking competitions of who is more fucking abused. Let's
He's just trying to restore some normalcy in his life and
let's go,
make sure that he can, as was his goal all along, to keep this family together.
Feels like,
and make sure that they thrive and that they recover from this abuse.
All right, Randy Kester, thank you so much for taking the time.
All right,
really
Randy Kester.
Appreciate it.
Well, nice to meet you guys, and thanks for letting us have an outlet to kind of get his side of the story out there.
All right, everybody, that's all we have for you here on Sidebar. Thank you so much.
So that was it, man. That's it. That's what I got. Well, I have a lot more, but that's that. That's that for now. Mainly because I'm exhausted and I can't do anymore. Also because I think I said that I'm exhausted. Yeah, there's not really much else other than that. I'm just really genuinely fucking tired. Randy Kester, everyone. No, yeah. I mean, I was traumatized as a child. Who wasn't, man? You know what I'm saying? When I was a young boy. Sorry, not a good time. Never mind. Ubering or driving? What do you mean? I was working tonight. What do you mean? at work, at my job, doing work. So, anyways, I'm gonna leave and go home, and I might be in my VC later or something. I don't know. I'm gonna go. I want to find purple paw prints. Purple paw prints. I need you in my life. Mainly because I genuinely just want to hang out with them because they're such cool people. If anybody has any questions or whatever, feel free to reach out to me. I don't know what else I'm doing today or tomorrow, but yeah, I'm going. Love you long time. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, cool. Purple. Purple, I'm gonna go. We'll tell VC at some point, okay? I don't even care. Just let me know where, what, when, how, all that shit, and sometimes why. All right. I'm going before my brain explodes because I'm my brain. Yeah. Yep. Good night. Wait, no, that's not it. Hold on. Oh, good night.